see what's going on. Alright guys, welcome to the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Sorry for the late delivery earlier. I had a little time of oversleeping, what's called. I had a long day today. Yeah, I had a nap. Sometimes the general gets tired, you know what I'm saying? So I had a little bit of a nap and kind of overslept. That live stream. I should have just kept it on going, but I decided to make another stream, you know what I'm saying? A brand new stream. You know, at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. I see you there. You know, I see you there at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. So we've been pumping through down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. So we've been pumping through. Okay. Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. So we've been pumping through. Okay. There you go. Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. You know, there you go. So we've been pumping through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. If you don't know, we go live every day, 9 o'clock UK time. See you there, Skip Archie. We talk about Thailand, Philippines, Asia. We have a great conversation about everything that goes down in the Thailand community. We also have a 5-point bulletin tonight, the 5-point bulletin. We're going to be talking about our new adventure, what could be making us rich. In the bottom right-hand corner, you know, there you go. In the bottom right-hand corner, we've got a super chat button. We spread love on the super chat side of the game. Tonight we haven't got no drinks tonight, but we might be introducing some more drinks in the future. You know, I'm thinking about getting some more drinks in. We're doing it off the strength at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength, and big up to the guys who's been supporting off the strength. You know what I mean? And we've been pumping through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel non-stop. So we did a stream yesterday, which was very, very, we moved on from it. We're moving on from it. We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger things to fry. I see your concerns, Thailand, but we got to move on. I mean, you know, idiots are going to be idiots. No matter how much we talking. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for it, man. We got things to do, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to just move forward. You know what I mean? And keep pushing forward with what you're doing, you know, don't let it distract you from the empire. You know what I mean? So yeah, I kind of overslept, guys. Kind of overslept. I had a long day today, man. I had a long day. I was doing laundry. I was doing things. I was up and down. I went to the bank. I went here. I did this. I did that. Some days goes like that, you know what I mean? Where you're just so busy. My life gets so hectically busy that you know, you know. Yeah, I ain't bothered with Trustpilot. I ain't bothered. They got back to me. They got back to me again. I can't be bothered with it. I can't be bothered with it, bro. I just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on from it. You know, we got bigger fish to fry. There's bigger things to fry. You know what I mean? There's bigger things to get on with. You know what I'm saying? Rather than sit and worry about something. You know? It's not going to change nothing in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to change how much, you know, better to be tired than broke. Yeah, well, it is better to be tired than broke. I always said that, you know what I mean? And we've been working hard on, we've been working hard, man. I've been working hard. If you don't know, we're going into questions answer. We can answer any questions and we can pump it through. I've been working really hard, guys, on my finances. I've been working really hard on my life, and we're pushing forward. And you know, I'm working really hard. I haven't been working hard on YouTube, but the reason why I haven't been working hard on YouTube is because I've got some business plan which is up my sleeve. I'm going to tell you like it tonight. You know what I mean? I got a good business plan up my sleeve, which I think it's going to work. But the thing about it, it's going to be, it's not going to be easy to put this together. You know, sometimes some things are just not easy to push together. But I'm going to tell you a lot about it and tell me what you lot think about it. We're going to be talking about that tonight. So I've been really busy on the back end, just sorting out things in my life. So it's been going good. You know, I'm in 100% focused. I'm, you know, doing other things. I'm keeping, you know, I'm keeping focus. I'm keeping it together. Things are okay, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you taught me one thing. Count your chickens before it hatch. Taught me one thing. Is don't count your chickens before it hatch. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about counting your chickens before you hatch, man. I just know that as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, you got to have plans. And you got to have, some plans are not going to come to fruition. It's just sometimes you just got to, just doesn't mean you don't have a plan. A man without a plan ain't a man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not a man who's going to sit down talking about another man all day long and just being obsessed with another man. We're talking about our big plans. We got plans. So some things come to fruition, some don't. Some do, you know what I mean, but a lot has. You know what I mean? A lot has. Yeah, you know, a lot has. We've done some great things on these YouTube streets, which has been amazing. Boss, have you had 1,500 letters? What is your top 5 of all stream ideas? What is your top 5 of all time? Oh, bro, how am I going to remember that, Shauna Prawn? Big up for the question there. We can answer any questions in the chat, guys. You're welcome to ask any questions. But how am I going to remember out of 1,500 women? Out of 1,500 women, how am I going to remember my top 5? All I can remember, Shauna Prawn, is the girl in the city, which was great. The girl in the city, when I first got to that girl in the city, I can remember the girl which I lived with in Peterborough, which was great back then. I can remember, you know, the girl, I see there, Kyle, big up. I remember the girl. Okay. Let's just break it down to you because you did ask the question. Well, I can remember the girl in the city, right? Which when I became 20 years old, I decided to change my life, and I got this girl in the city, and she got me a job, and she was one of the greatest girls ever happened in my life. But I was so young and stupid, I just didn't appreciate her. You know what I mean? So I remember that. I can remember that. And I had a great time. She even got me the job in the city. I made a lot of money. Some women are good. Some women are bad. That woman was good. You know what I mean? I met the other girl that was in Peterborough. She worked in HMRC. Very good job. Very intelligent. Very beautiful. And, you know, I remember her. We had a great time. We rekindled our relationship back in when I came back from Thailand. You know, I can remember the girl who worked on Good Morning Britain as a model, Stacey Flips. She was a nice soulmate of mine. I liked her. You know, I can remember her. I can remember. I can remember my baby mother. Obviously, who had 2 children to her. You know what I'm saying? I can remember. You know, and then you got other good times where, you know, meeting Lulu and going up to Liverpool and Manchester, and you know what I mean. You know, this is how much can you remember? You know what I'm saying? You know, how much can you remember? You know, going up to Liverpool, going up to Manchester. You know, how much can you remember, bro? You know, it's been a long day, long time. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, okay. There you go. Oh shit, I didn't put on the TTS. maybe it's telling me something. Steve-O, look, we don't over here. We don't look. We do man-to-man stuff, and I spoke to you yesterday, man-to-man. No matter how much super chats you send me, it doesn't mean that you're gonna butter us up. The truth of the matter is, we had a good talk yesterday, man-to-man, and I hope you change your ways in front of the community. You are a mod on Cheap Charlie's channel. You know, it's time to change your ways, bro. You know what I mean? It's on a serious note, man to man. Because, listen, there's a lot of man here. We do in our channel. We have a lot of jokes around. We have a lot of laughs. We have a lot of questions. We have a lot of ladies. But mostly it's just fun. You understand? But when somebody's clearly trying to destroy us, that's not what we appreciate. We don't appreciate it. And we're not going to go over the same thing over and over again. But try and change your ways, bro. Because the streets are watching. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a talk yesterday. You know what I mean? This is our camp. And we're moving on. We're not going to talk about yesterday, day before. We're talking about something else now. Now we're going back into our zone. And so anyway, big up for the super chat. But yeah, there you go. At least I can tell you straight man to man. So Sean the Prawn. So like I was saying, so how can I remember, the boss top 5, the City Girl, Peterborough, Stacey Flips, Baby Mother, not Lulu. Well, I wouldn't put, I don't know if I would put, I mean, I probably would put Lulu in there because it was a classic. Lulu was a classic, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Lulu was a classic, the City Girl. I mean, yeah, that's what I can remember, Jordan Prawn. You know, that's what I can remember. Lulu was a classic because Lulu brought a lot of friends down. I met Lulu in Manchester and I told everybody the story. I was, it was, it was a top 5. You know, there's nothing wrong with Aaliyah. There's nothing wrong. I have no problems with Aaliyah. You know, Leah's in her lane. She's doing her thing. She lives in bloody, she lives in the Philippines. It's tough. It's rough. You know, it's a rough time. I know what it is. I've helped her out a few times. You know, I've given her a few jobs to do a little something on live videos to help her out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It was cool. You know, I couldn't, at the time, for the last 2 years, I haven't been to Philippines for nearly 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is because I'm so laser focused on the goals and dreams that we've been scoring. And I wouldn't have scored the goals if I went to Philippines and mucked about with women. So I decided to just put it into us doing great things we've been doing. We've been doing some great things, man. You know, I was sitting down thinking about it today. Why waste my time with losers when I got such great things going on in our life, man? We've made a whole watch brand. We've made a whole, you know what I mean? Okay.
Steve Zero super chatted £2. Okay, Bazza, I will catch up over the weekend. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Man to man. Okay. I've got to answer a question. Fair enough. We got to move on. Okay. Big up to Michael M. Michael M says, did Lulu bring any of the ladies? Did she bring? Listen, when I met Lulu, I was in the height of my career in driving a £700,000 car, and living in the Docklands, having £700,000, and driving a Mercedes SL, and I was on top of my game. And Lulu was like one of the man-dem. She was like, we called them one of the man-dem. She was like one of the man-dem. And she was real down, man. She used to bring all her friends from Manchester to come down for the weekends, for the fantastic. And her friends used to queue up to come down to the weekend. And there was a rule to come to my house. And the rule was that if you come into my house and you come into my flat, well, you're going to have to give me single man side, okay? You know what I'm saying? So to cut a long story short, as I was telling you, I don't know if the women in the background, but basically I did single man side again with about 5 of Lulu's friends. Consensual, fun, 5. This is quite good going. 5, when you meet a girl and you get 5 friends. Let me tell you something, guys. One thing you got to remember, right, guys? You see when you meet a girl and her friend is angry in the background and her friend doesn't like you, the reason she doesn't like you is because she wants to sleep with you. When you make it like it's cool, like, yeah, look, everybody can sleep with me. Everybody can sleep with, we can all sleep together. But, we can all just be cool about it. You'd be surprised how relaxed everybody is when everybody slept with you. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how much of a group you could be in a group of girls. And I've been in a group of girls where Liverpool girls have come down and the Manchester girls have come down all at the same time. But there's about 10 girls in my house. And I've slept with all of them. And all of them are cool. You understand? I don't know if it does come with money. It does come with flexing. It does come with living the Andrew Tate lifestyle. Once you live that kind of lifestyle, girls don't give a damn. You know what I mean? It does come with that. You have to be somewhat flexible. You know what I mean? But what I realize is that most of the time when the girls are angry with you, it's because they want to sleep with you. So, but once you sleep with them and you find it's cool, it's not a problem. You know what I mean? Everybody can get some. You know what I mean? And it was a hell of a lot of fun. So I'd say Lulu was a hell of a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Lulu was a hell of a lot of fun. She was very much down with the program. You know what I mean? She used to come down with her friends and party and drink and, you know, celebrate. And it was great, man. It was some great times, man. I'll tell you that. Yeah, she brought Harlem to Docklands. Yeah, as simple as that. That's the truth. No joking around. Yeah, she brought Harlem to Docklands. And like I said, once you live a rich lifestyle, Shauna Prawn, it's like it's nothing. It's like it's absolute. It's like it's nothing, bro. It's like it's a contrast to what I live now. The lifestyle I live now and the way I live now is just like, God damn, bro. How did I get to this position? I'm sitting down arguing with fools, man. God damn. I'm supposed to be out there. And the thing is, I still retrieved my life back when I found Thailand and I went to Thailand. I first went to Thailand. It was like, it was a new way of, if you don't know what we're talking about, guys, not everybody knows what we're talking about. On this channel, we're about women and single man side of the game and, you know, having fun and everything else like that. So, you know, as a man, you don't have much treats in life. You have your car, which is boys' toys. You have women. You have, you know, a little bit of beer, a bit of football. You know, you don't have that much boy toys, you know what I mean, to play with. So with me, I don't drink. I don't really drink. That's not my thing. Smoking's not my thing. You know, the only thing my thing is just women. You know, women and making money. I like to make money and, you know, women and business ideas. So, okay. So we are going to get into the business idea. Give me another 10 minutes and we will get into the business idea. Well, we will get into the business idea. But first we're into questions and answers for about half an hour. And then we're going to go into the business idea. I've got a great business idea. I've got a great business idea, guys, which I think if we can push it together, we can make ourselves rich, you know what I mean? How old were you when you banged number one of the 1500? When did I lose? You ask some serious questions on this channel, you know. Yeah. Skip Archie, I lost my virginity when I was about 15. Yeah, 15, bro. So, here you go. Yeah. You know, yeah, I was, and it all went from there, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's, it's a heck of a lot of women, but it is a lot of women, but, I mean, I had a wild lifestyle, I tell you. No, we didn't do nothing like that, bro. Come on, stay in your lane, bro, come on, stay in your lane. Yeah, you know, Tony, you're so silly, bro. Stop being so silly, bro. Stop being so weak. I don't go deep sea diving without a helmet on. You understand? So stay best not say the age of the girls, boss. The girl was older than me. I was always into older girls. You know, young men are always into older girls. He was older than me, bro. It was about 27, bro. Young men are into older girls, bro, if you didn't know, Skip Arch. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I was always into older girls. And when you get older, it switches over, you know what I mean? I never liked young girls when I was young. You know what I mean? I liked older girls, bro. Always liked older girls. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, there you go. She must be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you know what it's like when you're younger, man. If even nowadays, my younger man like your older girls, isn't it? They like their older girls. Even older girls will look good, will tell you, all these young guys come and talk to her. You know. Yeah, so yeah, I was it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? There you go. What's good? What do you think about all the Phuket streamers flooding the Thailand Pattaya recently? Pookie streamers. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen no streamers going to Thailand. I haven't seen them on the live anyway. Okay, I ain't seen them on the live. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't seen them on the live. You know, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sometimes as a streamer, you mess up in life. Sometimes you make stupid mistakes what mess up your cake. I've done it with I did it when I was running joke with Okadilia with the steak. You know what I mean? But that was a little bit different. But I did kind of mess up my cake for a little while. You mess up your cake sometimes when you're a streamer. Sometimes you just make a wrong mistake and then all of a sudden you lost all your cake. That's the way it is as a streamer. I ain't worried too much about it. I ain't worried about my cake, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a certain person who messed up his cake, you make a mistake, you want to get your cake back, man. You make the mistake. It's not about taking it easy. It's about saying, hey, I fucked up on this one. I better get my cake up because I could lose all my cake. You know what I mean? You have good days, you have bad days, you know, on YouTube. Yeah. It's not about, sometimes you gotta just do what you gotta do. So when it came to the Orchidelia thing, I went over and dropped a £25 super chat. But Orchidelia was cool, and I knew that it was all a joke, and Tricky Bricky, and, you know, Tricky Bricky is cool, and Orchidelia is cool. They're very cool people, man, without a doubt. But it was good fun meeting Orchidelia. I should have bought the steak, to be honest with you, but hey, it was a bit of fun. It was a joke what kind of backfired, you know. Yeah, I should have bought the steak. I should have bought the damn steak. I was trying to run a joke what didn't really work out too good, and it backfired on me with my cake. It goes like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, there was nothing to buy the steak. The steak was 10 quid. There was nothing to it. But I just thought I could run a joke, try to see how much I could stretch out. Because donors was flying left, right, and center, bro. Donors' pinkies was flying like crazy, especially over her channel, my channel. That day, boy, god damn. I was thinking, I'm going to stretch this one out, man. Then I just stretched it out too late, you know what I mean? Why should you buy Orchidelia steak when you bought her boyfriend on the date? It wasn't a date as well. You got to remember that, you know. Always skip out to it. It wasn't a date with Orchidelia. Orchidelia is a lovely lady, and she has a relationship with Tricky Bricky. And it was never about me and her having a relationship, because she knew that it wasn't like that. It was just the fact that we were all gonna have a meetup. It was just a meetup. That's all it was. You know what I mean? It was just a meetup. And you know, quite rightfully, she's a lady, and I did say I was gonna buy the steak. I should have just bought the steak instead of say, if you say something, you do it. You understand? Don't run jokes about it. And sometimes a joke can backfire on you. And that day it backfired on me because I just stretched it out too long. I was waiting for that point to where, because the donors were flying left, right, center, and everything we was having a lot of fun, and everybody was trying to push me to get this steak, and I was like, I'm gonna wait, and then bang, I waited too late, and then, you know, then the steak thing closed. You know what I mean? It was only 10 quid, it was nothing to it, but that steak kind of messed up my so sometimes when you're a streamer, you mess up sometimes, you know, so you just do things when you mess up. You know, it took me about a week to get it back up and running again. But, you know, sometimes you mess up and you apologize. So it was, you know, it was, okay, it was no, okay. I don't know if I believe that, Tran 2000, I don't know about that one, but I don't know about that one. I don't know about that, but I do know that, as I said, Orchidelia is a lovely lady, and I'm glad that her and Tricky Bricky are together, and I've wished them the best of luck. That's all I can say. Okay. Okay. Okay, there you go. Right, 65 in the chat. We're at the Club Thrillers Inc. YouTube channel. We're going to go into this. Guys, I've got to tell you this idea. Tell me what you lot think about this idea of how it's going to make us rich. You understand? I've come up with a super duper idea. And this is what's going to make us rich. What do you think? If I can pull this one off. And guys, we've pulled a lot of things off, you know. We pulled a lot of things off. if I can pull this one off, then we're in orbit, man. We're in orbit. Let's get into the 5-point bulletin tonight. The Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Big up 64 in the chat. We out here. If you don't know, this is the kind of channel we have. Peace and love. We're just hanging out. We're just having a little chit chat. We're just talking about my past or ladies or whatever comes down. You know, this is the kind of channel we are. You know, it's about peace and love and fun. Okay, let's get into the ideas down at Club Fillers Inc. The idea I've got. Tell me what you lot think of this idea. Down at the Club Fillers Inc. Let's go into the 5-point bulletin tonight at the Club Fillers Inc. Sorry about the late delivery, but better to be late than never. You understand? Sorry about the late delivery. Okay, let's go to number 5. Turn Club Fillers Inc. watches into a brand distributed watch business. I'll say, what does that mean? I'll say it again. Turn Club Fillers Inc. watches into a brand distributing watch business. So that means that I want to have, see right now, for example, looking at the car boot sale, we got our little shop there. I want to turn, I don't understand what you mean. Okay, I'll explain to you what you mean. If you even look at the thumbnail, I want booths or stalls up and down the UK what sells Club Fillers Inc. watch brands up and down the UK. Maybe in malls, in Camden Market, in malls, and different. People say they're confused. Okay, think of a booth. Think of a booth inside a mall. Think of a booth. What's a booth inside a mall? A Club Fillers Inc. booth. What's inside a mall? And you got watches. You're selling watches from that booth. You're selling watches from that booth, which is. When I say a booth, a stand then, I'll say a stand. For those who are a bit slow. Those who are a bit slow. You know what I'm saying? A stand inside a mall with Club Fillers Inc. watches on it. Club Fillers Inc. brand watches. So we've got a line of brands, maybe 3 brands of the Club Fillers Inc. brand. If you look on the thumbnail, something like what the thumbnail is. Up and down the country. We could have one in Camden Market. We could have one in a mall somewhere. We could have one in, we could have, even if it was a market stall in, even if it was a market stall, booths in a mall cost £500 a week rent. Yeah, well, there you go. That's that going in the budget. I don't know if they charge that much, bro. I don't think they charge that much for a booth. That's crazy. That's what a shop charges, bro. No booth ain't gonna charge no £500 a week. Stupid. You mean £500 a month? You pay £500 a month if you're lucky, not £500 a week. You know what I'm saying? It won't be no £500. It won't be no £500 a week. £500 a month for a booth, for a little booth inside a mall. Them little booths, they don't charge no £2,000 a month. It's crazy. That's what a shop pays. You know, that's what a shop pays is £2,000. Them little booths, what's inside, they don't charge that much money. You see them in the great, someone says good investment idea. Defender Colin entertained, bottom up. Okay, £500 a week can't make this. Yeah, I know. £500 a week, crazy. I'm gonna pay no £500 a week. I mean, think about it, right? Camden Market charges, and Camden Market's a big, massive market, a very good footfall. There's a lot of foot people around there. They charge £20 a day, and I think it's £80 on the weekends because they have a lot of footfall on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? So Camden Market charge £20 a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They charge £20 a day for a store. A store. And you can make a lot of money. We could have one store in Camden Market and make a lot of money. Can make a lot of money, guys. Just in the Camden Market one. You could have a store in Boston. But Boston, I would start with Boston, but I would expand. I would want more than just Boston. Boston hasn't got enough for me. You know what I mean? You need some more footfall traffic. We need busier places. You know, some busier places. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, there you go. You need to create a range, drive, dress, ladies' idea, and unbranded. I'm not sure what you're on about, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Hard to build a brand, so many negative comments. Oh, that's just rubbish. That's a whole lot of rubbish. Trust the umbrella don't mean shit to do with your brand, bro. It ain't got no shit to do with your brand. If you really think that trust is going to affect anybody's brand, you know how much people has got companies and business, and one little thing was not going to make it. Doesn't mean shit, man. It doesn't mean shit. You know, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, especially when it comes to people who haven't bought from you. You're talking about people. If you look on my eBay account, you see people who bought from you, and you have a great rapport. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there you go. Okay, let's keep it going. Dress watch. Oh, dress watch for work. Drivers in the sea. Watch for military. Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Well, we more or less got that. We've got this one, which is a work watch. We got a dress watch, which is the elegance, and we got the Club Fillers Inc. Travel Sports watch. You know what I'm saying? So we got that kind of theme anyway. What if you create CFI London line, sell to tourist premier gift? Good idea. Flip for profits. Good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. A branded London watch, or even a UK England watch. Something got out of England on it. It's got England's face on it. Something like that was not a bad idea. You know, one watch was got an England a face with England on it, a dial with England in the middle would be a great idea. That means that they could have a memorability, you know what I'm saying? A memorabilia of coming to England. Okay. Okay, there you go. Tony, you're trying to ask trick questions, but it doesn't make no sense. You're trying to talk to someone. You're trying to be smart. You're trying to be smart to someone who's dumb. Now, the question you asked there, you did ask a question. I'll answer your question. It says, how much does a company have to pay on 500 quid a day? Pay on 500 quid a day. Who needs? How much tax does a person pay on 500 quid a day? Listen, you can't. I'm not going to be talking about taxes on this channel. But we're just talking. If you know anything about taxes, I'll tell you something. I'll educate you. Amazon don't pay taxes. Hasn't paid taxes. His companies hasn't paid taxes. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay taxes on what you earn. You pay taxes on what's left over after your expenses, my man. That's what you do. So, there you go. So you can have a private plane, you can have a bloody house, and you can have a car and everything else, and it could all come to your expenses of your company, and then you end up not paying no taxes. So that question, what you asked about 500 quid, is neither here nor there. It depends on the person's company expenses, isn't it? This is the reasons why people have a private plane. When you become real rich, you get a private plane. So it's a business expense write-off. That's what it is. So you don't have to pay so much. Say, hey, this is a part of my business, and I'm jetting off to this place and jetting off to that place to do my business in a private place. And then you got a private plane also, which you got a fancy private plane for. So anyway, we're not going to talk about tax on this channel. We're talking about my company business. Let's keep moving. We're at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. Let's keep it moving at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Okay, let's get into this 5-point bullet. Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know, there you go. No cash deals in the shopping centre has got to pay for the rest. That's not true. That's not true. Of course, you could take cash deals. You can take cash deals anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the shopping centre. And it doesn't make no difference anyway, because it can go through PD. You can go for a POS. I got a POS system. It doesn't make no difference. Apologies, boss man. Need to study the ground. Okay. Okay, there you go. There you go. Big up Tony coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Okay, there you go. Let's keep it going. Company. Let's go. Okay, there you go. Yes, that's true. Okay, let's see. I want a stall in Camden Market. It costs £20 a day. Now, I think that's doable. £20 a day is doable. If we got a stall inside the Camden Market, you can make a lot of money in the Camden Market if you got the right spot, guys. If you got the right spot, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Clacker, don't talk things that you don't know on this channel, man. Stop talking rubbish, bro. You're in a room full of smart people, bro. Stop trying to be the smartest one in the room, man. my PDQ system, or whatever it's called, POS, point of sale, works very fine. It's just that I don't use it. That's all. I've used it once before, and I don't use it, but works very fine, my friend, very fine. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with my POS system. I have got a POS system which I can take money for credit cards. I mean, it's just that I don't use it that much. Will you hire staff for the Camden Market? Now this is where it gets complicated. Sean the Prawn. Okay, Clucker. This is where it gets complicated, Sean the Prawn. Now, because I have point of sale, it's called. Because of I am in Boston. This is where it gets complicated, guys. That's what Sean the Prawn says. How am I going to get... I got to get staff, or maybe it would be nice to get a nice dime piece to work on the stall in Camden. The idea thing would be to hire a dime piece to work on a stall in Camden. And have the stall in Camden and hire someone to work there. And me live in Boston. Now, the other thing I could do is to... the next thing I could do, is go down to London myself and work it myself. Guys, you can make a whole lot of money, from a Camden Market. Just that one store can make you a lot of money, You think about it. If you sell your watches, think about it. I'll just give you something on the top of your head. Remember, the next 3 months, the next 4 months, 3 months is Christmas. The last fall of the year, 3 months, that's quarter of the year, Christmas time. If you go down there and you get into the Christmas gifts and you sell, even if you sold, say we sold watches at £40, we made it a £40 watch, right? And we sold 10 a day down in Camden. That's £12,000 for the month. That's £12,000 for the month. That's only off one. That's only off one. Remember, I want multiple different booths all up and down the country. Think about it. That's just one store. So imagine if I had 5 stores. That's 60 grand a month. Yeah. Someone says taking notes. Think about that. Just think about that one idea. You have one stall in Camden which sells 10 watches a day at £40. That is 12 grand a month. You have 5 stores up and down the country. That's 60 grand a month. You know how much? That's nearly £700,000 for the year. That's my £700,000 back for the year. Think about that. Think about it. 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 Someone says, what's £1,200 a month? Say again. I'll tell you one more time. If we went to Camden Market tomorrow, remember it's the last 3 months of the year. If we went to Camden, we got a Camden Market store with my watches on it, with my 3 brands. We've got the Club Fellas Inc. brand watches on it. And we sold only 10 watches a day, which is doable. Only 10 watches a day. That's £400 a day, which is £1,200 a month. £1,200 a month. And that's just only off one store. That's £12,000 a month, sorry. £12,000 a month. £12,000 a month. £12,000 a month. That's only 12,000. Yeah, 12,000. That's not 12. That's not 1,200. That's 12,000. 1,200. 12. Yeah, £1,200 a month. Sorry, £1,200 a month. But for the year, there you go. But that's off one store. No, that's not off. That's not What are you on about? What are you trying to confuse me for, bro? What's up with you, man? £400 a day, 10 days is £4,000. 20 days is £8,000. And 30 days is £12,000. What's up with you, man? What's up with you? You're trying to confuse me, man. God damn. You're trying to confuse me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's £12,000 a month. You know what I mean? That's of 10, that's exactly at 40 quid. At 40 quid. 10 watches a day at 40 quid. 7 days a week, 10 watches. It's £12,000 a month. And that's only off one spot we got. Now imagine if we had 5 spots up and down the UK. Was doing only 10 watches a day. That is £70,000 a month, which is, you know, over £700,000. You confused? You guys seem to be confused. Okay, let's start rewinding it all again. Okay, we just start from the scratch. You seem like you're confused again. Let's 10 watches is not a lot a day. Let's start from the scratch again. We get, so tomorrow, all of us, we do this, all of us together. Everybody together. We start from scratch. Right, guys, tomorrow we're going to do, from the next 3 months of the year, we're going to do a stall in Camden Market. It's going to cost us £20 a day for the stall. And over the weekend, it costs £80. So that's the running cost. Now, I'm going to get all my watch brand. I'm going to get this watch. We've got this one, the Travel Sports 2. We got the Elegance watch. We got the Travel Sports watch. We're gonna put that into a booth, or just call it into a stall in the Camden Market. Now remember, the footfall is very busy in Camden Market with a lot of tourists. It's a lot of tourists, a lot of footfall we call it. Yeah. So we're gonna charge £40 for each watch. We're gonna charge £40 for each watch. Each watch we sell is going to be £40. That's what our watches are. So, right, apart from expenses, if we sold 10 watches every day in the Camden Market, that's £400 for the day. That's 10 watches. If we sold, so for the month, if we did it every day, we worked every day, for the month, that is £12,000. Are you all with me? Are you all with me? There you go. 10 is £400 a day. That's right. That's right. 10 is £400 a day. Right. You're right. There you go. Someone says you have £180 in labour. That's not true. That's not true. Market fees is £100 in cost of the watches. Insurance, you might make £120 a day, £90 after taxes. Well, whatever. £120 a day of one booth. And even if it's £90 of one tax, that's true. That's still, you know what I mean? And that doesn't even add up. I mean, we can work out the expenses. We can go for the expenses. Now, the biggest expense is going to be is your worker. Now, if you didn't have a worker, say I did it myself. Right? So your expense, so we cut the expense down. We did it myself. Right? I went down to Camden, I did it by myself. Okay, so the expense of the market store is going to be it's £20 a day, but over the weekend I think it's more. But just call it £20 a day. Just call it £20 a day, £600 for the month for the market store. So that's £600 for the market store for the month. Yeah, £600 for the market store. The expenses of the watches, I'm not going to be able to tell you that because I'm going to tell you my inventory and how much my watches are. So I can't tell you that. You know what I mean? But anyway, so, you know, 10, that's assuming that you sell 10 a day. Now, I'll be honest with you, if you are in the Camden Market, it's not very difficult to sell 10 watches a day. And you're going to have peaks of drops, where one day you might sell 6, you might sell 4, you might sell 5, but it's not very hard to sell 10 watches in a day in the Camden market. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got a lot of footfall and a lot of tourists and a lot of traffic of tourists. You know what I mean? You got to remember that. So you also got to remember that. You know what I mean? The problem is good salesperson will be expensive. Cheap workers will not care about making. They will just want to get paid. That is true. That's true, Perpetua and flossing. That's true. I take that statement. I agree with that statement. I agree. That's why in some ways you got to do it yourself. When you're in the beginning stages, you got to do it yourself. Because like I said, as you said, a good salesperson, but then you got to come in with commission. You got to come with commission. That's where it comes with commission. You know what I'm saying? Commission based. That's right. Because people get commission driven. So, you know, that's where your expenses comes in. You know? So, you know, this one idea could potentially take us to, you know, someone says 2,000 is going to give thanks that he's paying for that. I saw that actually, Traction 2000. Give thanks for that. Give thanks for that £25. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When people was valuing my watch at cheap watches and everything else, well, there you go. If you could sell it in the cash converters at 25 quid, that ain't bad. That ain't bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? That ain't bad. You know what I mean? That ain't bad. Trust me. That ain't bad. That ain't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. Because cash converters, why should... Traction 2000. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh. No, sorry, I laugh because the naivety of Traction 2000. Man, this man will go on your website and pay £515 for a watch, bro. Or pay. That's just the way the game goes, bro. That's just the way the game goes, man. Okay.
Copy paste super shattered £7.24. My boss, great to see, bro.
Big up at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Big up Copy and Paste. Good to see you, bro. Carl is in the building. Copy and Paste is in the building. They seem like they go hand in hand. You know what I mean? You know, we're getting back on track. Copy and Paste. We're gonna get back on track with the Super Chat game. I've got a trick up my sleeve for the Super Chat game. You know, we're just hanging out, having a little chit chat. Big up to my man Copy and Paste coming through with the Super Chat. Good to see you, bro. Big up Copy and Paste. You see, we still got great and amazing people. Someone says, long live G Northcote. Yeah, G Northcote is the man, bro. G Northcote definitely is the man. That was amazing stuff, man. Okay, there you go. So your watches to cash convert. So like I said, so yes, let's move on. It's number 4. Let's move on. I want 5 stands up and down the UK. 5 stands. Can we pull this off, guys? Can we pull this off? 5 stands up and down the UK. I just told you some good figures. You know? 5 stands up and down the UK. Can we pull this off? 5 stalls up and down the UK. Can we pull this off? If we pull this off, we're rich. If we pull 5 stalls off up and down the UK, we're rich. We're rich. We're back. We're back. We're back in the game. We're back in the game, bro. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, if you can pull this one off, we're rich. If we can pull off 5 different stores was doing 10 watches a day in every store on average, that will bring us £4,000 a day. A day. A month, that will bring you in £120,000. £120,000 a month. Over $1 million a year. Whew. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Just this one idea. Put that in your, I say it again. You want me to tell you again? If we have 5 stores up and down the country doing 10 watches a day on average, that will bring us £4,000 a day, which turns out to be £120,000 a month, which is over $1 million a year. Over $1 million a year. I want to be a millionaire so again mad. How many watches do you think this guy in Thailand can sell a day, at one store? You know, there you go. So, you know, it all sounds so easy. It's not easy. 100% not easy. The word easy doesn't come into perpetual in a situation when you got 5 stores. Yeah. You know, it's definitely not easy. But is it possible? Of course it's possible. You just got to put the jigsaw puzzle together. We made the watches. That was hard. You know what I mean? We made the brand. That was hard. We put that together. We sold one for £500. We sold another one for £400. We sold 185 watches. That was hard. Can we step our game up and scale? It's called scaling this. Can we scale it to 5 stores? Are we smart enough? Have we got enough capital? Are we clever enough? You know what I'm saying? Are we clever enough to take it to 5 stands up and down the UK to make us rich? Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. This is where we need an angel investor. If you don't know what angel investor does, now is the time we have to go to an angel investor, a venture capitalist, and put a business plan to him. I say, this is my business plan. You know, this is my business plan. This is what I believe that you can make. And you can make a cut of every watch. Excuse me. Every watch what sells. You can make a cut. Every watch what sells up and down the UK, you get a cut of it. You get a percentage of a cut of every watch what sells. And we're going to do 5. We need capital. All this what we're talking tonight, guys, it makes it much easier when you got capital. If you've got 100,000 or say someone gives you 200 or say £100,000 up front to front your deal, and this happens every day. People front people's ideas every day in startups. We're in a startup mode. You understand? If somebody fronts you £100,000, investor says, I think that's a great idea. I see you there, Cam. You know, the investor gives you £100,000 up front and believes in your idea. You know, 1.4 million per year. SOS Chris, sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Who could front your £100,000? It is in angel investors and venture capitalists, not just normal men on the street who gargan. It's people which are angel investors do this every day. They invest in people all the time. Their £100,000 investment is not a lot of money. 70,000 is not a lot of money. 100,000 is not a lot of money for them to because you got to pitch the idea to them. You got to get that. you got to get your email. You got to get your email together and email them your idea with breakdown of how much you think you can make and what the average is. Just like we just spoke now. And they got to read through it. And just make sure it doesn't go too long. And they got to read through it and believe in it. You know what I'm saying?
Barry would make more money as a hippo lookalike. Super chatted 79 pence.
I don't know what I don't know what you're on about, Clucker, about selling yourself to an angel investor. Angel investors got no interest in you, bro. They only got interested in the product and what you're selling, my man. I don't know what that means, bro. The only thing that angel investors are interested in is your product. They're not interested in you. They're interested in your product and how they can make money from you. So like we just spoke about that 1.4 million. They want to know how they can cut into that and make some and double quadruple their money from that, you know what I mean? You know. What does that mean, Cam? What is it? Are you drunk tonight? He's got a black. What does that mean, Cam? What is it you're on about, Cam? Cam, what's going on with Cam tonight, guys? Is Cam losing the plot tonight? Oh, I missed something. An angel investor will give you a bulk cake. There you go. There you go. Some great ideas. Okay, let's keep going to number one at the club. Let's go to number one at the club, fellas. I don't know what's going on with Cam tonight. Let's go to number one at the club, fellas. Let's press 1 in the chat if you think this business idea can work. Or press 2 in the chat if you think it's a bad idea. You know what I mean? Here you go. Let's go into this. Just go into this at the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. If you think it's a bad idea, press 2 in the chat. If you think it's a good idea, it can work. Press 1 in the chat. Let's get it going on.
M super chatted £3.72, $5 towards that angel investor bankroll. Full score 100.
M, long time no see, bro. M, long time no see at the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. Big up M. M coming through at the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. You know, big up M coming through with the super chat there. You know what I'm saying? You're coming through, M, with the super chat on the strength. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength. You know what I'm saying? Okay, off the strength. Big up for that. M, long time no see, bro. You know what I mean? There you go. Good long time no see, bro. You know, there you go. Okay, let's... Guys, let's get 1s or 2s in the chat. What's going on with you tonight with the 1s and 2s? Everybody push 1 or 2 in the chat at the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's keep it going down the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. You know, there you go. Most of the money is attracted from angel investors by using business lyrics. Yeah, you know. I think everybody's confused on number 1. Everybody's confused on number 1, whether it's going to work or not. It's no problem. Well, you know, all I can say is this, as what M said, $5 towards the angel investor. $5 towards the angel. Guys, listen, this is just off the top of my head idea. And someone says number 1. Tony says 1. You know, the thingy says 1. Clucker says 1. You know. Chat thingy says 1. Start with a capital is called venture capitalist. Yes, that's what it is. Right, so lots of ones in the chat, the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. Guys, listen. I am gonna, this is what we're gonna do. Lots of ones in the chat. Look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and regroup. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna regroup. And I'm gonna think about how I can do this. The first thing I'm gonna try and do is get an angel investor. Because for this idea, if you want me to tell you the truth, guys, I cannot bankroll this by myself. Everything I've done, I've bankrolled it by myself. Or we've bankrolled it myself and fronted it myself. And this is, you know, and it's been hard because, you know, when you're backing everything yourself, even when it came to I had to buy things for the car boots. So I have to buy lots of things like this, that, stock, you know, restock and tables and this and that and different things for the car boot. And, you know, when it comes to these things, guys, it's... we're not going to be... I'm not going to be able to bankroll... Big up for that 12-month membership. I'm not going to be able to bankroll this by myself. It's a great idea. It can make a lot of money. We're going into the Thailand Information Center. It's a great idea. It's not that difficult to push together. I'll be honest with you. It's not that difficult. But we need capital. We need an investor. Without no investor, I don't know if I could pull that off. I don't think I could pull it off. I haven't got the capital to pull it off. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't got the capital to do it. It can work, you know, but it's a very, this is where angel investor comes in and gives you that 100 grand. Once you got that 100 grand, you put that together. You could put that together in a short space of time and hire people too. Or if an investor gave you 250,000, what do you expect from you, man? He would expect a cut. He would expect a cut from every watch or sales. That's what it is. Or 30% off your... Say he says 30% revenue from all of your businesses. From all your business. From every profit what comes in, he wants 30% cut off it. That's what it will do. More or less, that's what they do. You know, if they were... You know, if they get greedy, they might say 50. They might say like someone says, I'll give you £250,000, but I want 50% cut off everything what comes in. You know, everything what comes in, I want a 50% cut. Me and you, 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Anybody will front you £250,000. This is, every business what started up, guys, was a small seed and blew up through investors. I can keep going. I can go from Uber. Started as a small seed. Didn't even just started to get going. Investors came in and gave them money and then they boosted wherever they are today. WhatsApp came in, got investors, you know what I mean, and became what it is today. You understand? I can keep going down the line. Apple, investors. All these things is investors. You know? Big up for that. So how much money do you need to launch the business? Well, you know where the money will come in? This is where the money will come in. The money will get chewed up in staff because you cannot do it by yourself. If you've got 5 staff will catch you the most money and stock. Obviously, staff and stock. Staff stock is going to cost you the most money. To pull it off. To pull the idea off is not that expensive. To have 5 different stores, one in Nottingham, one in Manchester, one in Birmingham, one in London, I mean, you know, one in Bristol, stores up and down the country, it's not that difficult. The difficult part is the staff and the stock, because you're going to need stock. You're going to need a lot of stock to pull that off. You know, so you're talking like thousands of watches now. You need to buy 5,000 to 10,000 watches to pull it off. So that, you know, because remember, you're chopping out 10 watches a day at different parts of the UK. You know, them numbers add up quick. 50 gone, 50 gone, 50 gone, 50 gone a day. You know what I mean? A day. You know, in a month, you need stock. You need stock. You need stock on hand. You know what I'm saying? You need, this is like 5,000, 10,000 stock on hand. This is where the money comes in. You need an accountant anyway. Yes, you definitely need an accountant. 1,000,000% you need an accountant. Because what it is, the investor's not going to do it without an accountant anyway. He's not going to give you the money without an accountant. You're going to need an accountant. Accounts for every sale what comes in, everything what comes in. And then he takes his cut off that. It would be the investor get their money back. Hopefully the angel investor would be successful if he does not investor gets their money back. No. Investors and venture capitals, they take a loss just like anything else. It's like a gamble, my friend, Clucker. They take a loss all the time. they take a loss all the time. They put their money into startup business. They lose all the time. Once they lose, they don't get money back. You never get money back, bro. You don't get money back, my man. You might get money back over the long run. Sometimes they take a long run. You know, like, for example, you know, it takes a long time for, I don't know, some companies still ain't making money. But, you know, I think Uber, I don't know if Uber's making money. But in the beginning, it was about 5 years ago, Uber still wasn't making no money. But now to today, they wait for the long haul. And then they make their money back over the long haul of it. So it's a long-time investment. You know what I mean? But investors lose all the time, bro. They lose money all the time. It's just, they got enough money to lose. I mean, it's peanut money to them. You know, some man got 50 million, 300 million, 200 million. It ain't nothing to 50,000 or 70,000 ain't shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Uber was revolutionary, 100%. 100%. Like the pee bag is revolutionary. Uber was revolutionary, 100%. WhatsApp was revolutionary. But Uber was definitely revolutionary. It was a phenomenal idea. It was a phenomenal idea because, you know, back in the 80s and 70s, you couldn't dream of taxi. You had to go to a taxi stand and get to the taxis, and to get a taxi, you never knew that you would have your own car. Only the rich had their own car and their own, you know, driving their own private car. Nowadays, it's like the norm. You got your own private car. If you started money, but you stated money back to investors if there was a problem. That's not true, bro, Clucker. That's not true. Investors doesn't work like that, Clucker. Sorry to tell you. Investments doesn't work like that. No investor will tell you that. They were talking about money back. And no investor gets their money back. It never happens, bro. It's always a massive chance when you're an investor. And sometimes it pulls off and sometimes it don't. But no one talks about investors' money back. They never get money back, bro. As I said, they never get money back. You win sometimes and you lose. It's just like gambling. You're not going to get your money back from gambling. 5-star selling watches is not revolutionary. It's not revolutionary, but it's a great idea. You know, it's not revolutionary. It's not original. It's not original, but who said you have to be original? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Angel investor Dragon's Den would say I'm out. I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, SOS Chris, there's going to be some. I think we could get an angel investor. I think I should go for an angel investor. I'll go for one. I think I'm going to go for an angel investor, bro. And I think I'm going to find one. I think we're going to find an angel investor with this one. I can't connect the P bag before I sleep. I disconnect. You know. Yeah. You gotta. And your ideas don't have to be original, you know. Ideas don't have to be revolutionary for you to win. It's just sometimes your idea is just right in front of your face, right there. Sometimes you just got to build the thing. We've already built the watch already. It's already going. It's already there. You just got to know how to scale. It's called scaling. This is all I'm doing is scaling, you know. By true scaling, I can't scale by myself. I've pushed my whole resources and everything I've got into this watch business, and it's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing, and it makes, you know, it's, for the first 7 months of you doing a watch business, to turn over 184.5 watches, and to make a profit, and to still make a profit, and to still tick over, and to still come in the market where even cash converters. Imagine, this was a dream 7 months ago where people was talking about, that's a terrible idea. I remember 6 months ago, 7 months ago, that's a terrible idea, this is not going to work. I brought it to YouTube first. Remember I brought it to YouTube first? Like I brought this to YouTube before, and everybody was saying that, but even my mods was saying, that's a terrible idea, that's not going to work, and this is not going to happen, and remember even my mod Jay Smith was so much on my case about this whole watch thing and how terrible the idea was. And look at us today, cash converters is selling our watches. I saw the cash converters in Southampton selling the watch. £25. Big up for that. Cash converters selling your watches. That's crazy. And someone said when I gave the watch out in the city centre, someone said, that watch is going to go straight in. You're not even going to get a £5 for that watch in the cash converters. And you see that? 25 quid in the cash converters. That's crazy. You know, there you go. You know. No, that's not right. Purple, you got that all wrong, bro. You got it all wrong, bro. You got it all wrong, Purple. I don't know where you're going with 150 for staff. I don't know where you're going for that. Your figures are all wrong, mate. Your figures are all out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bosses, brilliant idea. Just secure an investor can't fail. It's not that it can't fail. Business, you can fail, of course. The watch business could have failed. My watch business could have failed. It doesn't mean you're going to sell 184 watches. You know what? People have a great idea. They go to China. They go and get their, wherever their idea is, whether it's bloody kitchen appliances, whether it's this, whether it's phones, whatever the idea, people is garden equipment. They buy a whole bunch of inventory and they can't sell one in the UK. Or they don't know the formula how to sell one. They end up liquidating down all their stock. Happens all the time. All the time. You go on all these places with eBay, you see them liquidating down their stock. It's because they had a brilliant idea, just never came to fruition. Our watches are in fruition. Our watches are made of thousands of pounds. Thousands from just one idea. Our watch idea has made us thousands of pounds. You understand? Just from one idea. But we need to scale. We need to scale. It's called scaling. We need to scale. You know what I'm saying? We need to scale. Barry, would you be rubbing shoulders with CX in a shop in every town and city? I don't know if it will work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know. I would rent a kebab shop, boss. Okay, that's your idea. That's not for me, but there you go. Barry, I would consider an investor. You're selling foot tours of Pattaya. Have you ever thought of being a tour guide? That's not good. I don't know about that one, Sean. I don't know about tour guide. You can't even be a tour guide. A foreigner can't be a tour guide in bloody Thailand anyway. It's hard to get you have to do it for a company or gives you a work permit. Yeah. We just went over that, Purple. You're late to the story, bro. You're trying to be smart to someone's dumb. You're trying to talk smart to someone's dumb. Yeah. You sound smart to someone dumb. We already came up with a conclusion already. You understand? You're late to the point. You should have came earlier. You understand? And now we're on a different point. We're talking about angel investor. You're trying to break down something that's not there. You know what I'm McDonald in Jumption now. Okay. So, you know. Yeah, so we need an angel investor. I can't keep I fronted everything I've had. Everything I've got, I fronted it myself. And it's damn expensive and it's been draining me. Every time I do something, I'm drained. I'm coming up with ideas and I'm getting drained. Even the car boot cost me money. Well, it didn't cost me money. Yeah, the car boot didn't cost me money, but the car boot still, I've still bought tables and I bought stuff. I bought, you know, I've rebooted the car boot. I've bought more watches, more things. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, the car boot was a good idea. The car boot was a good idea. But the car boot's not going to last forever. The car boot was just an eye-opener to what could happen. It gave me an eye-opener to this idea of our future. You know. But we haven't got the capital to pull this off right now. We need an investor to pull it off and make it happen. I reckon it 100% can happen. I'm going to work on it and see if I can do it. It's my only shot I can do at the moment of idea, I think, you know what I mean, or could make us rich. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm here, Barry. Popped out for a few. I see you there, Treat Out. Coming through at the club, fellas. And yeah, man, we're here, man. We're just pumping through as normal, you know what I mean, doing our thing. Another thing we got to do, guys, we've got to work out. Another two things we've got to work out. We've got to work out with this channel where we're going to travel to. We've got to travel somewhere. We've got to take this channel to a traveling channel somewhere. Okay. You know, we've got to take this channel. We've got to take a trip somewhere. We've got to take a Europe trip somewhere, whether it's Benidorm, Ibiza. We've got to take it somewhere. But it's going to seem like it's going to be in September because that's when you know, the school goes back to school and things will quiet down. At the moment, I'm doubling down on still moving units. I've moved a lot of things from my house, a lot of units in my house, a lot of things in my, but I still got some more. And we got to start. We got to travel. We got to get some women back on the channel. We got to get my maybe get a drinks cabinet, but I'm thinking of a drinks cabinet, but not so much alcohol. You know, we got to work on this job in September, which is a little bit of a hiccup because we got a little bit of a health issue. You know what I mean? Which people are going crazy about. But, you know, we got a lot of things to do. I watch the stream at least 3 times, and I will learn new things every time I watch it. Big up Carl. Well, you know, the channel is about learning. It's about learning, growing. It's not just a ladies' channel and talking about Thailand for girls. It's also a motivational channel. It's also a business, entrepreneurial channel with entrepreneurial business ideas. What we come up with and we try and do it. You know, we've done some great things. We've done some great things on this channel in the last nearly year and a half. And you know, I sacrificed some stuff. I kind of like sacrifice. I wanna knuckle down. I wanna travel. I've sacrificed traveling and going away and ladies and partying and going out. And I've sacrificed them because I'm working on my watch brand business, and I think that if I still, you know, I wanted to go to the Philippines. I want to go and see. I've got a lot of lady friends in the Philippines that I want to go and see. You know, I want to touch base with, and you know, I put that to the side because I've been working on my projects and on my ideas and my dreams and ambitions, and I'm still not there yet. I'm still in the stages where I'm still, but I think this, if I pull this one off, then it will be, yeah, you know. There's a double-decker bus board, tours of Pattaya. I'm not sure if it's Orang or Thai owned or it's still operating. Yeah, I heard about it. I think I knew the guy who owned it, the double-decker bus. I think I know the guy. I think it was he did it through a Thai person, which you naturally got to do. And then he used to do it by himself. But, you know, I don't know if it's still operating myself. Probably not. Probably not with all what's going on in, tourism is tanked in Thailand because, you know, they just, you know, talk about messing yourself up. Sometimes in life you can just mess yourself up, you know. Sometimes real streamers do it, you know, Thai does it. You know, they would have had a great run, you know. Thailand had a great run when it came to, when they introduced the weed dispensaries. They had an influx of tourists, which never used to come to Thailand before, just to come there because they wanted to smoke weed. And they had an influx of them. And they were on a great run. You know, they had that. They uplifted the game again, reinvented the game. And why they want to stop it, I don't know. I don't know if they stopped it. Can someone tell me if they stopped it yet? No, I haven't used this for years, my man. Sorry to tell you, Clucker, I haven't used it for years. I've used a YouTube channel for years. YouTube channel. Get it right. I've used YouTube for years. I've done YouTube, but that's what happens at the beginning. You got to consistently take your level. What it is, this is what I've done. Let me explain it to you. Can you please tell me about a good idea you have? I'm late tonight. Now you better rewind the tape. I ain't going through all that again, I can tell you that. You know what I mean? I'm staying on there another half an hour and I'm getting out of here. You better rewind that tape. We did YouTube for the C19, when the C19 was here. And we did YouTube every day consistently for a long time, for about 2 to 3 years, which you're supposed to do when you have a business model. You master it, don't you? To the top, and we master, and then through that YouTube channel, we went from the YouTube channel, we went to the watch business, which was a great idea. Then from the watch business, we moved up from the watch business, we moved to a car boot. And from car boot, we're moving up further. So we're flying up and up and up and up and up. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? And we're not doing the same thing for years. We're going up from the YouTube channel to the watch business to the car boot. And maybe now we're going to go to orbit. We're going to go to, stores up and down the UK. So we're moving up and up and up and up and up. You understand? There you go. Can you get weed in BKK? But I know papers needed. Okay. I do not eat at the car boot sale. As a stall holder, you don't eat at the car boot sale, SOS Chris. It's too expensive. You are a store holder. You must bring packed lunch. You must learn the formula. I've got a lot of friends now in the car boot. And you learn formulas, bro. You bring your packed lunch. I've learned to bring even my coffees. I never used to drink. I used to drink a coffee down in the car boot. I used to buy it for £2. I've learned not to even do that now. So you bring everything with you because you got to watch the pennies, and the pounds will take care of itself when you're in a car boot sale because it's a flash thing. It comes and then it goes. You understand? So you got to grab it when you can and go. It's not a bad idea that the car boot. It's not about. It's coming to an end at the end of the month. You know what I mean? It's not a bad idea. But we got to take it to another level. We got to take it to another level. It was good. I moved a lot of units and I moved a lot of stuff that was in my house. But if I could take it to another level, this is what's propelling me to take it to another level, to go into a proper store. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing. So we're moving forward, moving and moving up. Clucker, we're moving up and up and up. And if we do this one move and we do get the angel investor, the world's a oyster. We could actually be rich. Snickers. Yeah, big up to Cheap Charlie. He did a live stream today. He on his quick one. Big up to Cheap Charlie. He did a quick live stream for 10 minutes. I saw him with his Snickers outfit. Seems to be doing quite good. He's got his bankroll up. He's doing good with his life. You know, he's doing his thing, man. So that's good. He's improving himself more and more and more. And he said he doubled his bankroll. So that's good, man. It's very good. That's what I'm talking about. You know? That's what it is. I can't tell another man what to do with his money. But I truly believe that Cheap Charlie should try and get a property in Thailand. Even though this is the time, even though it's very tough. But I believe he should try and get a property in Thailand. Try and get a condo or something. That would take him to another level. That would take him to another level. Yeah, you know. I can't type, boss, no joke. Big up Copy and Paste coming through at the Club Fellas YouTube channel. One of our lower supporters. Yeah, man, we have some great support. So, guys, when it comes to my YouTube channel, we have some great supporters. We have a great thing going on. We got a startup business. Could the boss ever work for Tequila Joe? Yes, I could. I could work anywhere, bro. This is money. This is what you got to remember, Wiggler. It's money. Anything what's involved money, I'm all in. I'm not saying I'll do anything for money, because I'm not going to sell my soul for it. And I ain't going to, you know, do some crazy stuff what people I've seen over the last 2 weeks, you know, just for the money. But, of course I could work for Tequila Joe, because it's money. And if you're giving me money, I'm going to do it. You understand? So I could work for anyone. I could work anywhere. As long as there's money to be earned, I'm all in. You understand? So, you know, you got to just get in where you fit in. You know? Okay. I can imagine if you got a condo in Thailand, the haters would be having... I mean, 3 times me getting a condo in Thailand is not a big thing for me. It's not even a challenge. It's not even that hard, is it? It's just a matter of you just working hard for a little while, get your money together and buy a property. I mean, I wish my life was as simple as that. You put that into contrast. Buying a condo in Thailand and doing 5 businesses up and down the country, stores up and down the country in different malls. Put that into contrast. Just go and get your money together and buy a condo. That's it. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, isn't it? The rage now in the UK, every high street is now ice cream and a milkshake parlors. Yeah, well, the online has taken over. See, from the C19, people get used to a certain thing, Chris, and the C19 produced a stay-at-home culture. So now, if you ain't got nothing going on in line, this is where we take advantage of, where YouTube comes into effect, because you can still make money online. We're lucky that we got a business model where you can make money online, because we can still make money online. You know what I mean? And that's where it comes like. So, you know, it is a hit on the high streets. I don't know how to crack e-commerce. If I could crack e-commerce in a big way, then I could make myself rich. I just don't know how to do that stuff. It's so difficult. The competition is deadly. And unless you're going to rock bottom your prices down to nothing, it's a race to the bottom, then I find it very difficult when it comes to e-commerce. And I just decided to do it in a different way. You know what I mean? I do my business in a different way, in a sense that, you know, and I've told everybody how my business works. You have the highest. Your website is your website is your shop, is your front foot, is your first foot. So you make that the highest what it's ever going to be when it comes to your watches and everything else. And then you go to the e-commerce side again. Then it goes down from there. Then you can do like car boots and different things. And YouTube was good, you know what I mean? But we're still in startup phase. We're not exactly there yet. So I'm not an e-commerce. I'm not an e-commerce selling thing. And that's why Trustpilot doesn't mean shit to me. It never did mean, Trustpilot never mean shit to anybody. Anybody gonna sit down and waste their time with Trustpilot, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It is not gonna affect anything you do. Vape shops seem to have been popping up all over in case the UK these days. Yeah, I don't know if they banned it yet. Have they banned vape? Vape was very popular, isn't it? Vape was very popular with the younger generation. So, you know, you can sell vape. So I'm not sure if you can still sell vape. Somebody tell me if it's legal or illegal. We're going to stay on there for another 25 minutes and we're getting out of here. I just wanted to tell you like, a great idea, guys. I wanted to tell you my little business idea. And then, you know, that was it. So how you move forward, set up your store yourself, show them to the potential investor maybe. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. The problem is, Clucker, is where do I set the stall up? I want it in Camden. I could do it in Boston, but Boston ain't gonna work in Boston. It's gonna. The easiest way for me to do it is to do it in Boston, and I might still do it in Boston. But Boston ain't got the capacity of what I'm at. It's a good start, but it's not a good. It ain't got the capacity for it. It just ain't got the capacity. It's a good start. It's a great idea. I could start it in Boston. Would make it easier. Could learn from it. Big up to that, Kyle. I could learn from it. From the Boston store. I could learn something from it. You know. But then it's I have to be there. It's not hard to do. All I got to do is just, remember, I just live here, so I could just walk I could walk there and have my store and everything set up already. And I suppose that would probably be the best idea, is to learn from the Boston store. Learn everything about it. I suppose. If worse comes to the worst, and I really want to go into it without an angel investor, I could just do it from Boston. And it's nice and easy. No petrol. Just walk there, probably get a trolley, walk there, and set up the store, and then walk back home. You know? But then that's what I got to decide whether I'm going to do. If I'm going to do that, I got to decide that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do. Am I going to do that? Am I going to do that? Am I going to, is it going to, I'm going to be able to do a job and do that at the same time? That's another question. What's the decisions to make? I got to make decisions. Do I just get a 9-to-5 job and that's it? Will you need to get a store manufactured? No. Will you need to get a stores manufactured? No. Well, you can, most of the places they provide stores, but what you can do is get a pop-up gazebo with your branded pop-up gazebo. A branded pop-up gazebo, which, you need a heavy involved initial investment to be interested in it. Having a store is neither here nor there, bro. Clucker, having a store is neither here nor there. It does not mean he's going to put more in because you've got one store. Because if you've got a store, then he's going to ask you how much money you make from that store. You know, so you got to remember, I got a lot of things think about. Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Tonight, yeah, I've got a lot to think about. Okay, big up for that. At the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Let me try and get a story off the cup. You know, there you go. Boys. Story time is the best time. I need a story time before I go to sleep. Let me tell you a story time. When I'm back in the day, you know what's a contrast to my life now? What's such a contrast to my life now, guys? When I was living in the Docklands, I had £700,000, and everybody knew I used to live in the Docklands. My friends, some guy from South London said, "Hey Barry, I got some girl and I want to come around your house," because every man knew when they bring a girl around my house, the girls just let off straight away. And you know, so this guy took this girl around our house, and what it is, me and my friend was going up to Ipswich. We was going to Ipswich, and we was going to meet these two girls up in Ipswich, because we had a couple of girls up there. And so my friend came around the house, right? And he brought this white girl around, and we all had a couple of drinks, and we was chilling out. And then I said, "Look, I gotta go to Ipswich." You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to Ipswich, and she left. So this guy, he did his single man side of the game, and the girl said, I never forget, it was so crazy, man. The girl said she wants to do single man side of the game with all of us. This time I'm bombing up at bloody 70 miles an hour up to bloody Ipswich. I'm nearly there. I think I was near like Colchester. And then I got a phone call. "Hey man, this girl wants to do single man side of the game." I don't know what that was all about. That's how crazy it is. So I told my friend, and we spun the car around, man. We skid right back down to London. Did single man side of the game with all three of us. I'll never forget it. And then went straight back up to Ipswich. I did single man side of the game again, and then came back down to London. When you're younger, you got the energy, man. You got some. I couldn't dream of doing that right now. I'll probably end up in bed for the week. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, I don't know where I used to find the energy from, man. I tell you, you know. That was a crazy story, man. I'll never forget that one, man. That was crazy. That was story time at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. That's a crazy story. It's like an unbelievable story right now. So the contrast to where I live my life right now. Like an unbelievable story. Like who would believe something like that? I mean, you know, yeah. I was driving a Mercedes SL. Mercedes SL. Yeah. Contrast to where I live my life right now. But you know what? The truth of the matter is we've got to get this angel investor going. The way I live my life right now, 53 years old, grinding for a better day. We need to get this investor going on. I'm going to start working on it. I got to get out of this situation. You know? She wanted every man. I remember he said, my friend said, she said, "I did this for you. I did this for you." That's what she said. She said, "I did this for you," my friend. Oh man, I tell you, man, rewinding the tape and looking back in life, I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh at some of the stories, man. Unbelievable. You know? Yeah, crazy, crazy times. Why is this battery dying on me, bro? Why is this phone not charging? Is it not charging? Is it not in? I know if this battery is gonna die on me, guys. Just give me 1 second. My foot's feeling kind of heavy at the moment. Oh, it's not even on. It's not even on. This battery's gonna die on me. Yeah, I just use the toilet and come back. 1 minute break. Hope my foot ain't gonna start playing up. I had a heavy day today. I had a heavy day, couple of days. Hope my foot ain't gonna start playing up. I got a busy weekend, man. I got busy things to do. You know? Yeah, whatever happened to do you remember the kebab shop? Whatever happened to, what's his name? I've got the guy's name now. All these heavy hitters, man, where did they all go, man? Yeah, so what's the future? We got a weekend coming up. I actually was going to go away to Liverpool for the week. This week. I was going to go away for a week. For the weekend. But I can't do that. I got to try and see if I can put my head down. And, you know, see what's going down. I've been watching Filipino Bum Show and Double Trouble in Asia. They seem like they got a good formula going on. I think Double Trouble in Asia broke up with her boyfriend. It's crazy how they break up with their boyfriend, but the reason they can break up their boyfriend, that's why sometimes, guys, you got to be careful what you do with women. Because you give them a formula. You give them a formula to do a YouTube channel, and I see her making $200 on her stream every day now. $100, $200 every day when she turns on her stream. She only streams for 2 hours a day. And I see her making $200. A mod's giving her $100 every day, and $200. She get to that point, well, she don't need you no more. Next minute is an argument. And, you know, she's going like she broke up with her boyfriend and she's got streaming and, you know what I'm saying? Girls making $200 a day in bloody, in the countryside or wherever they are, in Bahal, wherever it is. You know, she's not going to, soon argument's going to come, you know what I mean? There's not going to be no more relationship because she doesn't need you no more. But sometimes you got to be careful what girl you're boosting up, because they use it and they use it against you. You know? Be careful who you're showing all these great ideas to. Because because think about it. You're making $200 a day, you're doing that every day for the month. How much is that for the month? And, you know, after taxes, after YouTube cut and everything else, even if she's walking away with, say, £3,000 or $3,000. It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money to live in Philippines. $3,000 a month. God damn. When the average wage is $400 for the day. $400 baht for the day. 400 pesos a day. The average wage in the Philippines is 400 pesos a day. You know what I'm saying? You know. So the girls who do YouTube have a great opportunity to make something with their life. Barry, if you had a P, would you maximize the earning potential? Would you maximize, if you had a P, would you maximize its earning potential? I suppose I would. That's the kind of guy I am. That's the kind of guy I am. You know what I'm saying? I boost people. That's what a boss does. He boosts people. He makes people a better version of they are. Every woman what comes across, my mom used to say that to me. How comes every woman what comes your way, life gets better? I boost women, bro, to do better and want better. And, you know, but these days you got to be careful, because a woman gets ideas of streaming and they know how to stream and they can make big money. They just look at you like, boy, they start looking down on you like, what are you going to give me? These guys just give me $100, $200 a day. So be careful who you're boosting up, you know. Mercedes is fine. I just need a little spray job. I've messed up Sean upon going in and out the bloody garage. I've scraped it sometimes going in and out the garage, but the engine is fine. I just need a little paint job, a little bit of a paint job. You know, a little bit of a spray job. And the engine, yeah, the Mercedes is fine. You know, the car's doing good. We even bought a car in there, you know. We've done some great things, man, on these YouTube streets. We bought a car, we got a garage, we got a house, we bought a house up, we've got a watch brand, you know. Everything is okay, man. We're still in startup mode, you know what I mean? But we can't complain, you know. Can't complain. Life is still good. I'm still looking for that angel investor, though. Or venture capitalist. Take us to another level. Boy, that would be so sweet if we had 5 stores up and down the country. If I had the money, I could put it together quite easy. 2025 has been a successful year. 2020 would be epic. Thanks for that, bro. You know, without a doubt. Yeah, 2025 has been good, man. Without a doubt. Nice Mercedes, we've got a nice home set up. We got, you know, we got a watch brand. We got a couple of watch brands going. We got a little, you know, we got a little car boot sales selling. We got little things going on. Yeah, that service will come. Don't worry about that. Yeah, we got a couple of things going. You know, I've put in a dent in my little finances, what I've got there. So all I got to do is just give it one big push towards the end of the year. And hopefully, I want to capitalize on the last 3 months of the year. That's what I want to do. I want to capitalize. That takes chances, you see. So now I've just got to think of what I'm going to do next. You know what I mean? We got to scale the car boot sale to a stall somewhere. That's what we've got to do. We've got to elevate it. You know, because like I said, the car boot's coming to an end now. If we elevate it to a store or somewhere, or, you know, I mean, Camden is a big move. I don't know how to move Camden. Morning, Baron. What is the business could make you rich? Everybody's coming in with their things. I forgot that it's different time zones. You know, I'll go over it quickly, and then we're not gonna be on here too long. Big up Jay Smith, long time no see. You know, so yeah, today we spoke about we're gonna 16 more days on that clicker. The slowest clicker ever. Think about traveling. Turn CFI watches into a brand distributing watch business. A brand distributed watch business. What does that mean? That means I want 5 different stores up and down the UK selling Club Fillers Inc. watches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Okay. I saw a power video channel that you have not flagged any Trustpilot reviews. Can you comment? Yeah, I ain't had time to flag it. I just bloody... I haven't flagged any, to be honest, but I went straight to the boss. I told the boss, hey, mate, you better sort it out. I ain't gonna go down that... I mean, if he wants me to go down that flag road, but I ain't going down the flag road. I went straight to the head. Tell them take that shit down. You know, we be going on holiday for your birthday in January. We be saving for Thailand September next year. Tree Town, I looks like I will be going away. There's no way I'm going to be staying in the UK for my birthday next year. Hook or by the crook. So, unless I get a massive, you know, payout, and then, or not payout, angel investor comes along, and then business is running so fast that I can't leave, then I won't, so I'll stay. I want a stall in Camden Market, costs £20 a day. So we'll have a stall in Camden Market, costs £20 a day. I want 5 stores up and down the country in the UK, you know what I'm saying? And I need an angel investor for £70,000 to £100,000. That was the 3 ideas. We're going to make 1.4 million a year. Okay. You know, not the boss of it. Not the boss of it, but basically the department. The department of the Trustpilot. The trust department, wherever it is. The department what deals with the reviews. You know what I mean? The head. And but we've moved on from the Trustpilot. We're just gonna forget about it. Trustpilot doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't make no difference. I have not flagged any reviews yet. I just went to the resource and told them to take it down. If they tell me to go and flag it, I'll do it. But I haven't done it yet. Not yet. I went to the source, straight to the source, to the head, and told him that I want a thorough investigation and of the people. And these are the people who sent these terrible reviews. Okay. 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 My estimate is 1.5 million a year. So we're moving on from that. Forget about the Trustpilot. It doesn't mean anything to us. We're not a bloody online bloody seller, are we? What difference does it make? It don't mean shit to us. But it'll work itself out. You know? We got to work out our 1.5 million for the year. Can we pull it off? Can we pull it off? Can we pull it off? You know? Yeah, there you go. Can we pull off the 1.5 million for the year? Can we pull it off? Can we pull it off? We need an angel investor. No angel investor is going to be very difficult. 30,000 turnover a week shouldn't be so difficult for Barry. Yeah. Mario, I don't take it that serious. But I'm doing what I'm doing. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to sit there and worry about no bloody crappy review. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there worrying about no crappy reviews, bro. Stupid reviews, bro. No, man, they're not going to do nothing to my business. You know what I'm saying? We got to carry on with business. You know what I mean? That will take care of itself. We are going to let them take care of it. It will take care of itself. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to sit down and worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to, it doesn't affect me in nothing. It doesn't do anything. Whether the reviews are there or not, it doesn't nothing to do with the business. It's got nothing to do. I'm not a bloody marketing, bloody online business, which people have to search me down. I'm bloody product selling. We sell products. We move products. You understand? Just some stupid little reviews, which I know who sent the reviews. You know? Does not mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on from that. Was yesterday's story. You know, I've already moved on from yesterday. You know, I've moved on from all of it because I ain't got no time to sit there and worry about some idiots sitting there on YouTube. I got fucking make $1 million, 1.4 million for the year. I'm sitting there worried about some idiots on YouTube writing little comments from fake accounts. You know what I'm saying? And just move on from it, bro. Just do something. Let's do some great and amazing things. I've got a lot of things to think about with my life. I'm not thinking about some fucking trust pilots. What lines will you be selling on the store apart from watches? Just watches, bro. Just watches, Jay Smith. Just stick to what I know. Maybe a ladies range, maybe a sports range, a Club Fillers Inc. range. I've got my new range. I've got another one as well. You know, just I'm gonna do another. I've got like gonna have like one, two, three, four ranges of watches, and maybe a ladies watch as well. 4 lines of watches and then a ladies watch as well. And it'll be branded. And it'll be all branded Club Fillers Inc. And, you know, it'll be on the stool. But I need capital, bro. I need capital, Jay Smith. The capital is killing me, bro. Because I'm doing everything this year and it's all good, you know. I'm buying my car, I bought my home, I've done my this, I've done that. We've come a long way, but I've done it all myself and through my YouTube and my money and everything else. I've done it all, I've fronted it all myself. So it just drains my bank account. You know what I'm saying? And every time I try to catch back up, I get drained again. We need a real good solid investment of 100 grand, 250 grand. And that could take us to orbit. And I could use that cash to take us to orbit. Then it becomes easy. So like if you got 250,000, which is not a lot of money, but say you got 250,000 behind you, employing staff becomes easy. You can employ staff. You can do this. You can plot this. You can put this here, put this here. You know what I mean? And buy stock and do these things. And then, you know, and then elevate your game. And then piggyback back off the ideas. You know what I'm saying? You know? Piggyback off the ideas. I don't need a people watch. Just I need a proper investor. Gino, of course, a great guy. He's done some great things on his YouTube streets for us. But that's I need a proper angel investor, a man what's in the business, or a venture capitalist, somebody who's really in the business. You know what I mean? That's what we need. We need a proper hardcore thing, which is out there. You know what I mean? It could take us to a whole nother level. Get 5 stores up and running. Show profitability, get investors, then have every market. Okay, well, I won't need an investor then. What I do, Jay Smith? I won't need an investor once I get them up and running. What would I need an investor for? I don't need an investor there, do I? The whole point is to get it up and running, to get the whole stores, to get the investor, to get the capital to put all that together. It's that's why you need to get it together. You know, probably like a 30% cut in, 250,000. A 30% cut in the business. you know, or we could come to an agreement of a cut in the business. And if we're turning over 1.4 million a year, we could be, you know, an investor might see something that he might say he's onto a winner. Yeah. It's, that's the idea. Basically, the whole idea is I want to scale. Scale up. Move up. To be honest with you, we need this break. I advised you earlier, you need to sell yourself. The product will sell itself. Yeah, okay. Fair enough, Clucker. So you value your business of over £800,000. I wouldn't say that. The business is as much as somebody values it itself. That's what it is. It's as much as they value it itself. So, you know, someone could come along and say, hey, your business is not worth anything. And then someone else could come along and say, hey, you know what? That's actually a great idea. I'm going to invest in you. I would invest. I would be an investor, be actually getting for their money. Well, say for example, Jay Smith, I put that all together. We had 5 stores up and down the country, and we say that we was turning over. Each store was turning over 10 watches a day, and we was making 5 stores would be making 10 watches a day is at £400 profit. 5 stores at £400 profit. 5 stores is £2,000 a day. £2,000 a day, which is £60,000 a month, which is over £700,000 a year. Now you got to remember that's gross profit. Now you got to remember he's going to get 30% cut of that every year. 30% cut of when the profit of the profit of all that. Now you're going to break down your profit. The profit and the money will come into the products would be a cost. Staffing would be a cost. You know, you're going to pay for the pictures and things like that. Take the expenses and everything else. You know what I'm saying? I think I've realised that, but I quit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. And then you get a cut. They get 30% of profit. And you never know. You could do more. You could do more than 10. You could just blow up. And next minute you're selling a whole bunch of watches. And then next minute, you know, so you never know, man. It could scale. It could go to another level. You know, where you're selling 20 watches a day on each store, averaging out. One store does better than the other, and the other does better than the other. You know? And then when you find out what does the best, then you could scale down to whoever does the best, and then keep pushing through with that. But to get all this up and running and started, I need capital. It's very difficult doing all these things when you haven't got, you know. There you go, Carl. You wanted the time out. There you go. You got it. People said that before. People said that before. People said that before I even made the watch. I sold 185. Yeah, I mean, investors take risks, you know. They take risks all the time. You know, they take risks all the time. That's what investors do. They take risks. That's why they're investors. They take risks. But it's not risk for them because some of them are worth a lot of money. If you're worth 50 million or 60 million or 100 million, it ain't no big investor. It's no big deal, is it? I mean, but they do look. There's lots of investors looking around for startups and things like that to invest in, and you know, Either they do it because they're bored, or they do it because they want to have fun, or they want to do it because they want to be a part of something, or they want to do it because, you know, there's angel investors around and venture capitalists around. It happens all the time. Just depends on how you put the pitch to them and how you put it to them and how it is. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to it. But there's definitely, you can get an angel investor. You can find one if you're digging hard enough. So what I think I should do is sit down and try and work on trying to get an investor. Man, first of all, you need to sell an A class. Sell the A class, buy a store van, get yourself out there with one store and show up practically and then scale up. Okay, well, I don't need to sell the A class for that. I don't need to sell the A class, bro. I could do the one store. I could just go and do the one school in Boston. I don't need to sell anything. You know what I'm saying? But I could get one store in Boston and scale up from there. That's what it would be. But investors carry out intensive due diligence first. Of course they do. Of course they do, because they spend a lot of money. Of course they do. But then, of course, the angel investors, they check and they look at and they see and analyze everything, and they make a decision whether it's going to work or it's not, or whether they want to invest or not. You know what I'm saying? Of course they do. But one thing I do know is that they invest all the time in different businesses. You get angel investors and investors in ventures all the time, in different ventures. And whether they think it's 50-50 if it's going to work or not, they invest all the time. Let's go for it. Oh, I like that idea. It's a great idea. Or I think you've got something good going on. Let's do it. They do it all the time. And sometimes they win and sometimes they lose. Yeah, sometimes they win or sometimes they have to wait for their money for a long time to get it back. You know what I mean? It's the way it is as an investor. So. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to, I won't go to the bank. Bank ain't going to give you no money. Banks don't give money for startup businesses. 9 out of 10 businesses fail, bro. Within the first 5 years, the bank ain't going to give you no money for business. It's the worst thing you could do is go to the bank for a business loan. Have you considered Magaluf? Yeah, why not? Why not go to Magaluf? Yeah, Jay Smith made a good point, apart from them saying that. I could just start from Boston and scale up from Boston. I could do that. Yeah. They failed all the time. Not fail, but things fail all the time, bro. Yeah, you gotta understand. It's good with the bad. Back in the day, I was a market trader for 15 years. Ended up doing air shows, music festivals, etc. Very hard work, young man. Okay. I agree with that, Jay Smith. I agree with that. I agree with you, Jay Smith. I met a guy the other day, Jay Smith, last week in car boot, because you know that I've been doing car boot, Jay Smith, on the weekends. I've been doing car boot. I met a guy who did it for 35 years. He's been doing car boot. He was teaching me the ropes last week about car boot. And, you know, it can be, if you're going to do them things, if you're going to do shows and different things like that, yeah, it's going to be expensive. But what I do, and what I've learned to do with my store, Jay Smith, is to have quick setups and I've got to the point, I'm getting to the point where I've got quick setups and quick takedowns. Quick come up, quick takedown. So easy setups, quick setup and quick takedown. And it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm not 100% there yet, but quick setup, quick set. It's come down. Yeah. That's not true, SOS Chris. That's not true. You're not allowed to sell copy Rolexes on the store of Camden Market. You're not allowed to sell copy Rolexes there, bro. You're not allowed to do that. You won't be seeing stores selling copy Rolexes in Camden. There's trading standards all over that place, bro. There's trading standards all in the car boots and everywhere. Trading standards are everywhere, bro. You're not allowed to do that. I don't think it would be hard in the Camden stores. I think Camden stores will do great. I think Camden store will be a big, massive hit, bro. Will be a massive hit for the Club Fillers Inc. The problem with the Camden store is that I've got to either be there or I need a staff. And then if I get a staff, I've got to pay them. And if I got to be there, that means where am I going to live? I got to live there, or I got to rent a room for the month. That's the problem. There's no way you're going to go home and come back to Camden every day. So the biggest problem is the Camden will definitely work without a doubt. Camden's got a heck of a lot of foot traffic and tourists, you know. Yeah. You'll also get a lot of thieves at markets. You lose a lot of stock, which will affect profit. That's what that guy said. The market store said last week to me, Jay Smith. I said to him, why do you not do a market store in Boston? He said, all you get is thieves, people thieving from you. You got to watch your store, you know. Yeah, I've had people thieve from my store before as well. You get that. Go all in, boss. I've been going all in, bro. I've been going all in. We have been going 100% all in. We've scaled ourselves up from Mercedes to this, to that, to this, to that. We're scaled up, man. As you actually checked, you can get Camden Market booked off. But you actually check, can you get on when the markets are booked off? They usually are, Jay Smith, but I'm not sure if they are now. Boxed off, you know, I think there is still more, but I know what you mean. You have to check. But there's a lot of people giving back their stores, Jay Smith, with all what's going on in the world right now. You know what I mean? Camden it does get packed though. They would do it that kind of money, you know. So. But yeah, I noticed there's vacancies on different roads as well. They've got stores on different roads as well. The main part of Camden does very well. People do very well down there. The food stores do very well. They turn over a lot of money, man. Camden is a massive hit for a business. Food stores and you know, even clothes do well in Camden. Clothes is a hard seller. You know, guys, I sold off all my trainers. You know the trainers I bought? I sold them all. Some good lady bought 2. The last car boot, she bought 2. And I sold off all my trainers. You know, the person that runs the market are called the Tobys. You need to go see them first, not just turn up. Well, I wouldn't just turn up, Chase, man. I think you got to get a permit, ain't you? You got to go to the council and get a permit, my man. That's what you got to do. You got to get to the council, get a permit, and the council gives you a permit, and then you give you a store number, and then you go to the store number, and then you got your store. That's how it works, bro, and you pay them every month. I've seen it very, very easy. Only have to ask. They go into the sweet shop and watch appears. You know, that's how it works usually. Yeah. So Yeah, I sold off all my trainers. Yeah, I done the J Smith is going in. I'll teach you something, J Smith. This is how it works in 2027, 2025. You go to councils and you say you want a stall in the area of where they do the stalls, and that is for any place in the UK. You write to the council, you got to give them your liability insurance, and you got to give them your name, your address, and everything else. You write to them, you tell them you want a stall there, and then they'll tell you that if it's a waiting list, they'll put you on a waiting list. If not, they'll give you a stall to tell you how much it is. They'll give you an account. You open an account, you pay the account every month, and they give you a stall number. You go to the stall, and that's how you get your stall, my man. Through the councils, do it, bro. Same with Camden Town, through the councils. That's how it works. You need a public and liability insurance to run a store. I agree, it's not like car boot. With car boots, you can just turn up at the car boot and all of a sudden just put up your store and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You know, you don't even need a liability insurance. I get it. Yeah, so yeah, I get it's not like the car boot. Car boot's easy. You know, the only thing about car boot's not stable. It's not. There's no stability in it. There's no stability in it. So it's just kind of funny. But on that note, I bought me a Rolex back in the day, £228 worth running a deal. Boy, service suitcase. Oh boy, might be worth running I never do no fakes, bro. I never do. It's just not worth the fake. It's not worth the headache. It's not worth the headache. The fakes are not worth the headache. It's more headache than what you can even imagine, bro. Fakes is just a nightmare, bro. Having fakes is a nightmare. Trading standards after you, police is after you. You're forever running. You're forever running. You know what I'm saying? You're forever running from everybody just because you want to sell a fake. Want to just make your own. Make your own stuff and put your own brand on it. You know what I'm saying? How would you travel to Camden every day? This is what I said to you. This is what I just said to you. If you just listen, SOS Chris, I said the biggest problem is that you're gonna need to get staff to work there. You're gonna have to get staff because I couldn't go to there and work there and I'd have to get get a room, rent a room out there, get a room to rent it out, and that's not gonna be cheap. So you know, you can get a room and live in a room and go to the market every day. And you get a room and you grind it out, don't you? And put it in a part of your expenses. How much is a room these days in London? You know? And you get a room and then you do it like that, you know what I'm saying? And then you go back yourself. But the ideal way would be to get staff and get staff to run it, and they go there every day and cream the profit off it. But then it's not going to be easy. But once you got that 250,000 or 100,000 up front, all these things become easier, doesn't it? It becomes easier once you got stuff. You got the cash there, innit? Looking for a staff and paying the staff becomes easy. You can put things into place once this cash is around. This is, you know what I mean? You can get staff to run that store. You know, not very hard work. Was dedicated and focused, making sales. And yeah. Camden will be a hit, bro. Trust me, it'll be a hit. It's just I don't know what the kipper market talk. I don't know what that is. You know what the kipper is market talk. I don't know what that is, bro. I'm not sure what that is. You know, I don't know. I mean, I got my eyes on Camden, but maybe I could find the staff. It's just how I pay them. Commission. Yeah. Buy them, pay them commission plus a salary. It's just, I can't do it all now because of my budget. You only have connections one way to earn a big dollar, you know. Yeah. I tell you what I could do right now, guys, to make it easier for myself. I'll tell you what I could do right now. Just go and get a store in Boston, UK. Then I could just bring all my stuff, walk up there to Boston, put my store there, do it on a Saturday and a Wednesday, and just do it in Camden, do it in Boston, kick it off in Boston. Well, if I decide I'm going to do that, you know, and then I've got to trying to figure out a way of not making that disrupt my part-time job what I want to get. Maybe try and do a part-time job in between that. So that's on a Wednesday and a Saturday. And then figure out a way if I can do it on in Boston. Figure out a way if I can maybe start Boston Market. Starts easy, no traveling. Traveling expenses cheap rent. True, J Swift. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. That makes more sense, bro. But if we're gonna do that, that means we're going all in on doing that. We're gonna go all in on doing that. If we're gonna do that, that's what we're gonna do. You know, if we decide that's what we're gonna do, and then in between time, look for the angel investor at the same time. That's true. That's true, SOS Chris. It'll be a good test. Even though I know to myself, I'll have to reduce the prices. But you got either you're a PAY or a hardcore. Well, at the same time, there ain't nothing. There's a lot of time on my hands, Clucker. It doesn't mean that. I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say. You can go hardcore. I can go hardcore entrepreneurism. I could do streaming. I could do the market store and go hardcore entrepreneurism. And then the problem with that is this. You need to buy market store boards. Yeah, they Jason, if they do it, they got it pop-up stores in Boston. The beauty of it. The beauty of it is this. Get big variety of watches, sell some jewelry too. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. The problem with this, you know what it is, guys? I'm going to tell you something about Boston, what makes it easy with Boston stores. You know they have pop-ups. They have pop-up gazebos where you rent for only £2 a day and they give you a table as well. You know, look how easy that is. They have pop-up gazebos, guys, where you rent for £2 a day. And it's £18 for the store for the day. And it's £2 for the gazebos. So it works out for £20 for the day. This is average throughout the country, a store in most of the places, cities in the UK. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so all it is with the Boston one is easier because they give you a table and a stool. So everything is there already. All you got to do is turn up. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It provides everything. Yeah. Yeah, there is a trailer what does watches in Boston. There's a trailer. Yeah, what does watches. There's a lot of people doing sunglasses now, I can tell you that. I've been doing sunglasses as well, but do I do sunglasses as well? Or did I just leave the sunglasses? Probably just leave the sunglasses and just do the watches. But if we go all in with that, that means we're going all in with that, you know. As we said, we're going entrepreneurism all the way. Yeah, bling the stool up on the darker winter days with power bank LED light. Last time I traded, I traded on a market store. Yeah, my rent backlash was about £110. 24 footage. Shit. It's a lot of footage though, Jay Smith, I'll tell you that. You know. Wow. I'm surprised, Jay Smith, you didn't transition that into you know what happened with you, Jay Smith? You could have transitioned that into online. What happened with you was the market stores, that it went online. And that's if you revolutionized yourself. A lot of people who used to do market stores and things like that, they couldn't adapt to the online. Like now it's online. What people do on market stores is online. Oh, you did? Yeah. Yeah, she still has the equipment. She has the catering equipment I gave her. She keep it for investment, she said, probably for her future. My boy, I don't want to go back into the catering though. I wouldn't go back. I mean, I would say I wouldn't go back to the catering. But boy, that catering is hard work, man. God damn, bro. That's like watches is to me is not even hard. It's not even difficult. Why I stopped the market, and that's why I stopped the market years ago. Oh, okay. I see. I get it, Jay Smith. I get it. Because there was a transition away from market stores to online business. Hey, Jay Smith. Hey, guys, there's a new platform what's out, which I might try as well. It's called Whatnot. Who's heard about Whatnot? I might try Whatnot out, see what it's like. It's a live streaming platform where you sell stuff, you know what I'm saying? I might give it a try, where you sell shit, you know what I'm saying? Massive money in catering. Oh, big money in catering, bro. Big money in catering. Big money. Don't remind me, bro. I remember them days were so brilliant, bro. Oh my gosh. 20 grand, 15 grand, 7 grand. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. My sister's old now. She's retired now. She's a retired doctor. I could bring my nieces and everything else in, but I wouldn't do family business again. Copy and paste. Family and business don't work, bro. It's too much problems. You're gonna need lights for the store for winter months. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know if they provide that as well. There again, I've got, it's interesting. I think they provide it with a cost. Anyway, like I was saying, on my train of thought. Jay Smith was saying. Yeah, market stalls, yeah. I don't know, man. Do I go all in? Do I go all in on the... Do I go all in and keep doing the live streaming and go all in with the entrepreneurism? And yeah, I don't know. Do I plunge the market stall thing? You know, the only thing is, could I do both? Could I do the job and the market stall? You know, could I do both? Ideally, it would be good to do both. Yeah. The problem is I need to get, my problem is one thing doing a market stall is all good, making some money and everything else, but I need to get a house. I need to get a house. The end goal, we've got everything now, what we got, but we need a property. We need a property. You know. Yeah, I won't need an investor then, would I? Once I get 2 or 3 up and running, I won't need an investor. Yeah, power bank. I thought about power bank. Yeah. We need a headquarters. Yeah, we definitely, listen, think about it, guys. It's one thing making money, but you need to have a foundation. If you don't have a foundation or a headquarters, we're going to be going round and round in circles. And I'm getting close to 60, and if I haven't got a property, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. You need a property. We need a property. We need a property. I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it. I'll have to have a think about it, what the best decisions is to make, mate. Because, you know, do I go all in with the market stall and then start kicking up the live streaming again in the evenings? Do I run off the rest of the year like that? Or do I just put everything to the side, all the hopes and dreams, and just try and get on with the 9-to-5 job? Yeah, Clucker, that's not very sensible. It sounds good to you, bro. Sounds good about crappy house up north, but let me tell you something. That crappy house up north, my man, is going to save you when your dumbass listen, your money's going to be spent, mate. Let me give you some advice. Your money's all these material things are going to be spent. All your money's going to be spent. You're going to end up going to Thailand, living in Thailand. You're going to be partying all around the world, and you're going to come back to the UK because you are going to come back. And you're going to end up in a hostel because you didn't buy that home, that crappy home, which could have doubled in price, by the way, or quadrupled in price, right? But you didn't buy that because you wanted to party and have fun. Where you're supposed to have knuckled down and bought the property instead of having fun all around the world. And then when you do finish having your fun, you got somewhere to come home to. You know what I mean? You got someone to come home to. This is the problem. You need to have a foundation. So when the party's over, you got somewhere to live. And this is the problem what people do in their life. They go to Thailand, they do all these things. They do all these different things, and then they forget about, oh, well, boy, you know what? I'm going to have to come back to the UK at some point and live. And then they just mess up like that. It's a terrible idea. Now, to be honest with you, all these hopes and dreams are great. The house could easily double in 12 years, exactly, with rental income too. Exactly. Exactly. That is the residual income coming in. Put your money into, that's money working for you. It's called residual income. That's why you've got to be clever at this point. Smart, intelligent chess moves. I'm not putting down being entrepreneurs and going all in, but, you know, you've got to think about two directions at this point we're in. We're in a crossroad. Think about we're in a crossroad. Right. If we go this way, it's entrepreneurism all the way, do our live streaming, do our stall, do our market stall, try and crack it in that way, try and look for an angel investor. Not a bad idea. You understand? And if we get the angel investor, we're lucky. Not a bad idea. Now we got this way. The other way is to forget about the dreams and ambitions and everything else. Get a 9-to-5 job. Put your head down to a 9-to-5 job. Work it. And then buy a property. And after you get a property, then go back to your hopes, dreams, and ambitions, what you want to do. You know, it's the crossroad. Which one do you go? Which one do you go? You got to think sensible, smart, intelligent, residual income. Yes, residual income. You got to think smart, intelligent chess moves. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, I just don't know. I'll think of something. I don't think it will be in his 80s, Clucker. I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think that's the case. It's the same thing you say about Inferium. Look at Inferium now. What's the price of Inferium? The price of Inferium now. In this short time, I should have bought that Inferium. Remember the time I was going to buy the Inferium just the other day? Look how it's done. It's quadrupled in price. Inferium is at crazy money now. Crazy. Remember, I was at £1,200 I was getting it. £1,200 Inferium was at. And now, let's check Inferium price. You know, because we didn't do smart, intelligent chess moves. You could have bought 2 Inferiums and I would have been up. Oh, I can't check it right now. Smart, intelligent chess moves. You gotta think before you move. So I got some big decisions to make, you know what I'm saying? I got some decisions to make in my life. And time is running quick because it's coming to September already. So I've got to make some really big decisions. September coming up fast and quick. And we've got 1 year. 1 year to crack the code. What do I do? big decisions. If you bought BC instead of 10 grand watching, you'd be 40 grand. That's rubbish, man. I don't know that game, bro. And the thing about it, BC, you're just gambling. I'm not gambling. I'm putting my money into investment businesses, which I know how to make money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think you would be 40 grand plus now. That's not true. That's not true, bro. Not at that time when I bought the watches to now. So there you go. $1,000 book would have, shoulda, coulda. I had bills to pay. We paid the bills, and that was it. I didn't get the CCJ. You understand? I had a bill to pay. I paid it with that bill, and I give thanks for that. I give thanks for sending me £1,000. Sending me £1,000, and I took that £1,000 and I put it onto a bill, and that was that. What can I do? You know, when you are going through your, when you're going through your things in life, when you're going through your stages in life, you have to, you can't have it all. I don't have to have it all, bro. I don't have to be so greedy. I've been blessed enough to have a lot of things in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed now, even if I don't do anything. Even if I don't do anything right now, I'm still blessed. I've got my home, I've got my car, I've got my garage, I've got money in the bank. I've got this, I've got that. It's today's interior, 3,300. So that's £2,100. £2,200 more. I would have been better off. Now, if I bought 10 of them, I would have been 20 grand up. I would have been 20 grand up if I bought 10 of them in Ethereums. Just in that short space of time when I said I was going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's how the rich make money. It's crazy, man.
Copy-paste super chatted £1.45. Give me rent and financial kebab shop boss.
You like your trolling, innit? Boss, you already have it all. Just enjoy yourself and don't overthink, huh? That's true. I don't need to worry. Do you think you'll ever make love to a woman again? I wish that was the least of my. That's the least of my problems. That's the least of my problems. I can tell you that. Women are the least of my problems. We gotta outthink the situation. Sitting there worrying about women. You think you'd ever make love to a woman? You know, I'm sitting there worrying about making love. God damn, bro! I'm here trying to bloody just survive through this bloody drowning out here. You know what I'm saying? I've done good so far. Sitting there and worry about women. I'm gonna do is jump on a plane and go and make love, if you want to call it make love. You know what I'm saying? It's a fantasy, making love. You know what I'm saying? God damn. It's all a fantasy. You know. And the reality of the situation is that we gotta get our. We're 53 years old, and we got crucial decisions to make for the next 7 years. Otherwise, we'll be broke at 60 if we don't be careful. I shouldn't be broke at 53. I should be done already, been rich and done and living life and putting my foot up now and relaxing and enjoying like Jay Smith. I should have gone past 2, 3, 4 million, 5 million right now. Just putting my foot up thinking, oh man, that's cool, man. I'm in Dubai or I'm in, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand. I should have gone been relaxed. You know, 100% Jay Smith. That's what they do because they already got their mask on already. That's what they become. A lot of them become lemurs. The lemurs, because a lot of them are ex-gangsters. They got their mask on already. And a lot of them are just gang members going around thieving from people. That's all they do, bro. That's what the lemurs do. They thieve from, but they already can take off all their masks, take off all their makeup, and you never see them again. And a lot of them are mentally deranged as well, these lemur brothers, you know. Turning lady boys and all kind of stupid stuff. It's in their nature to just bloody be like that. They're 53 years old, man. We got 62 in the chat. Big up 62 in the chat. I'm on a late one today because my naughty ass didn't turn live stream on and fell asleep. I did what did I do today? I did laundry. I did banking. I did washing of the and when I fit and I put down the lemurs. A lot of them they become lemur brothers through jail. They went to jail and they become lemur. They decided, man, I'm gonna get onto a hustle. So they go in jail. They're in jail. They turn to lemur brother, and then they become because they were ex-gangsters. They get out. They become bloody. You know what I mean? Because they've been sitting down in jail for so long. They've done all their makeup and look so good. And then next minute they bloody go on their hustle. Yeah, they're mentally fucked up. Of course they are. You're going to turn yourself into a lady. You're going to get banged by a different man. All these different things. They take drugs and all kind of different stuff. They're crazy people, man. Lemur brothers, they're all messed up in the head. They're confused. They don't know if they're a man, woman, man. They're all kind of different stuff. They're all kind of things, emotions. They're taking hormone tablets. There's all kind of things going on. They don't miss their hormones. It's a whole bunch of mix of emotion when it comes to lemur brothers. You know, very angry inside, and yeah, they need a girl. That's what they need. You know. Yeah. There's some of them. A lot of them turn lemur brothers because their mum wanted a girl. And they ended up with a boy. So their mum turned them into lemur brothers. That's what happens as well. Trying to educate you. Barry noticed lately a lot of fake lemurs in Pattaya just turned it into a scam and escort. Yeah, that's what it is. Just stick on some makeup and a skirt and boy, all of a sudden you're a lemur. And all of a sudden just scam and rob and thief tourists and do all kind of things just to scam in it. And not really the real nature of a lemur bravo, just bloody, just robbing. Just stick on a makeup and a skirt and rob the tourists. It's just all kind of things going on with them bloody lemur bravos. You know what I mean? And a mix of emotions and messed up in the head, and then they take drugs and all kind of different stuff, and they're just really messed up, man. Messed up. They're just messed up, the lemur brothers. Their mum wanted a daughter. She didn't get a daughter, so they decided to turn them to a man. Their man into a daughter, into a lemur brava. That's what happens from when they were a child. You know what I mean? All kind of crazy stuff goes on, man. All kind of crazy stuff goes on. Mum wanted to leave lady. And the opportunities for them when they become, as a man, is zero in Thailand. And when they become lemur bravas, they get a lot of opportunities. When they become ladies, they get a lot of opportunities. Ladies get it all. And the men get nothing in Thailand. That's why the men are bitter and angry towards the women. So let them just turn. But Thailand as a whole wanted to cut off Pattaya because they see Pattaya as not a representation of Thailand. Because Thailand as a whole are not really, Pattaya is the worst stain and the worst part of Thailand. Thailand is a great country with some great and amazing people and some very good people. But Pattaya brings out the worst. just brings the worst of the worst. And some people think that Thailand is just Pattaya, but it's not. If you go to different parts of Thailand, you meet some very, very nice people and some decent people and some nice people, you know. And that's what they don't like Pattaya. And if you ever tell them that you go Pattaya, you live in Pattaya, they just look at you like, just want to get away from you. And just get Pattaya people and shit, get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that you're just what you do, you know. You're banging different hookers, you're sleeping around, you're drinking, you're getting drunk, you're taking illicit drugs, you're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, which is not a representation of Thailand. And that's what it is. That's what they don't like. They don't like Pattaya, really. You know. I've only been to 2 cities, and that is Bangkok and Pattaya. I haven't been to the rest of the cities, man. Yeah, boss, you ever slip one into a post-op Lima? Never. No, I know of. I have never done that. I never will do that. I don't swing both ways. I only swing one way. And that is for ladies. I haven't had much ladies lately. I haven't had much love life. Everything is put to a halt because of my business models. You know what I mean? My business models is taking everything away from me. You know? Please remember, this is not a monger's channel. It's nothing to do with mongering. It's just to do, it's nothing to do with not a monger's channel. This is a lot more to do with mongering. It doesn't mean we can't talk about the mongering. Doesn't mean you can't talk about what's in your lane. If you're a monger, you're welcome on the channel. But this is not a monger's channel. Whereas you never see really old lemurs happen to them. They turn back in it, Jason. They turn back. That's what happens. They turn back from being a lemur into a man again. They finish their days of being a lemur and they turn back into a man again. And go live somewhere else. Or, you know, a lot of them go back and live back where they're in the countryside and they're men again, or, you know. Is a lot of them go back to their family life and go back to their real life and turn into a, you know. That's why a lot of them don't get cuts, because they don't get a cut and take their thing off, because that's when you really are done for life, you know. You're done for life once you get that cut off. And a lot of the guys who go with lemurs, they want the a lot of the guys who go with lemur brothers, they want the lemur brothers to have a D, you know what I'm saying? So all this crazy stuff that goes on, and all these experiences, and you know, a man want to go to Thailand, experience lemur brothers. They say if you've been to Thailand, if you lived in Thailand for like 5 years or more, you've been with a lemur brother. Well, I lived there for 7 years and I never experienced one, and I ain't gonna go there, man. Yeah, strictly ladies. 77 in the chat. Bloody hell, guys. We got 80 in the chat, man. What's going on, man? God damn, 80 in the chat. Jeez, what's going on tonight? Yeah, we're on a late one. I ain't done a late night stream for a good little while, man. God damn, bro. So anyway, the whole point is this, what Kaka said earlier, is that we have got a lot of good things going on in our life. And we should be appreciative of what we got and give thanks. It doesn't mean you have to sit back and relax, but we shouldn't be stressing. There's no reason to be stressing. Why do men bang lemur brothers? Tell me why. Because they're curious. A lot of them are bi-curious. It's not that they're bisexual, they're curious. They find them attractive and they want to try it because they never tried it before. People like to try things. So they like to try the lemur brothers and see what it's like. And, you know, they go with them and they find it different, innit? So they say gay men don't go with lemur brothers. Gay men don't want a woman, don't want women. They want men. They go with men. So if you're gay, you don't go with lemur brothers. A lot of men just go to Thailand just to go and sleep with Lima Bravo, see what it's like. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of men find them attractive. There could be 101 reasons why they go with Lima Bravas. But they say gay men don't go with Lima Bravas because they want men, they don't want ladies. See? Ron is gay, he needs to come out of the closet. Oh, he already went with a Lima Brava, didn't he? Live on Jay Smith, you didn't see him go with a Lima Brava. Jay Smith, you didn't see Ron go with a Lima Brava in Pattaya? Come with his top off and everything. He went with the one with cut. We're walking down Walker Street with Lima Brava. She had a cut and everything. She had a cut. When a cut, that means that she cut off her penis. You know, and he went with her in it. So he blatantly says he goes with guys, isn't it? Yeah, you know, I seen him with a gun. You know, once you go there, you go there. I don't think there's any turning back, man. I don't think there's no turning back from that. You've been with a man, you know, it's crazy. I mean, if it's what you want to do, if you want to go with men, that's up to you, man. Just give me a dime piece all day long, man. 70 in the chat. We're in the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. So like I was saying, going back to what I was saying, you like talking about Lima Bravas. Yeah. Going back to what I was saying is when I lived in Thailand for 7 years, I saw man lip stand. One time I was outside this club, and this guy was sitting there. I saw this girl lip stand this girl, and then some guy goes, "Yeah, that's a man." And he looked at the girl, went crazy. This guy went crazy. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, I don't have any success with next year. We'll consider it. There you go. So. Yeah, I mean, you can't have it all. You can't have it all, you know. Are we back? Are we back at the Club Fellas Inc? I don't know what's wrong with this battery, man. On this power bank and we back. You guys got to refresh. Okay, I mean, yeah. We had a good conversation today, man. Northcote, what's going on, G Northcote? The man, the myth, the legend. The one and only. The man was there. Yeah. What's going on, Northcote? Coming through at the Club Fellas Inc. YouTube channel. This battery, man, I put it on this phone so it keeps charging and it cuts off. I'm going to take 56 in the chat, 58 in the chat. Yeah, man, we're just talking reality of my life again. Big up the Northcote. We're just talking about, we're just ironing out our, we can learn some things on this YouTube streets when you know, if you just talk about some things, you can, you know, we're just trying to, I was having quite a good conversation today. This is the kind of conversations I like, guys. It's good conversations, you understand what I'm saying? About, you know, we ironed out some things today. You know what I mean? We ironed out some things. We was having a good conversation. And then, you know. Yeah, Gino got in the building dropping them big bombs yesterday. I was bloody, I was zoned in yesterday, but today's another day. We're back to our camp. This is our camp. So we're focused again. We're back up on the grind. We're talking about ladies. We're talking about Thailand. We're talking about Lima Brothers. We're talking about all kind of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, wherever people want to, you know, talk about. I'm surprised I'm on such a late stream. I was making up for lost time because I started late today. I did a washing today. What did I do? I did washing today. I did banking. I did some laundry. And then I came back. I had something to eat. I had something to eat, and then I fell asleep. And then I said I was going to wake up from my stream, and I just woke up at 9:30. My body clock's messed up anyway, guys, because when you do car boot, I got to wake up at like 4 o'clock. And then it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. But I've been waking up 3 o'clock in the morning. And you guys have messed up your body clock when you're having coffee at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know. Yeah. Of course, I see you starting without me again. Last and first and final. It used to be last and final. Ah, damn. Yeah, we had a great conversation today, Northcote. We was talking about investors, you know. Investors coming on board, you know what I mean? Investors coming on board. They're talking about our watch business, you know what I mean? We got a new idea what's gonna make us 1.4 million a year. You know what I mean? If I can bring this to fruition. Fruition. You know what I mean? Life is good, man. Can't complain, man. No complaints. 50 in the chat. We're in the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Big up yourself. We out here. We're soul surviving, man. Ain't nobody gonna bring us down, man. We don't bring our spirits down. We're too strong for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Pumping it true. So yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. Can we chat here about many subjects, constantly gossip, slag off other YouTube, etc.? No, I don't do that, bro. I don't know. We chat here, many subjects. Not, oh yeah, that's true, bro. That's true, Jay Smith. That's correct, yes. Yeah, I ain't got no time for that, Jay Smith. I ain't got time to talk about another man. I'm talking about trying to make some money, man. Or trying to brainstorm our ideas together to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I sit there talking about another YouTuber all day, all night, all day. Like, God damn, bro, ain't you got nothing else better to do? You've been speaking about this for the last bloody year, 5 years. And you're still talking about the same thing. It's like, God damn, it's like you got to be something mentally deranged with you, man. Talk about something else, change up the subject, do something. I don't know what you got to do, man. I mean, spin on top of your head, do cartwheels or something. I don't know, man. You gotta get more creative with your channel than that. You know, I don't know. Some people just build their channel around the hype of other people, which is cool, but you gotta learn to not take it off YouTube. That's all it is. You can build your channel around my hype, because I got a lot of hype. But you gotta not take it off YouTube. The problem is when you take it off YouTube, that's when you know, you have problems. Just keep it on wax, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you don't go too low. Don't hit below the belt. Don't do them low blows like what that Kelly Codwell did yesterday. That was a very low blow. He's stubborn enough to think that he's so stupid. He thinks he's okay with it. If he was smart, he would have came over and said, "Hey man, I bloody lost all my donors because boss's donors is my donors. I lost all my donors. I mean, I'm going to have to come over to apologize to the boss and then squash all this thing, you know what I'm saying, and keep it going, you know. It was just a valid mistake. That's what I would have done. I keep my channel. I would have went over there and said, hey, man, I put my hands up. It was a valid mistake. Hey, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake, and it's not about taking me. It's about, you know, saving your bloody empire. You know what I mean? All your donors is someone else's donors, and then you just bloody, you ship, and then you wonder why you're bloody business. Terrible businessman, that guy, man. I don't know who gives ideas in his head. I just don't know who does it. Terrible businessman. You might give you £500 watch, you don't take it. You're cussing off the guy who gives, and all of his donors give you donations, and then you don't even make a mistake and don't even sit there and apologize about it and move on. God, you need to change your advisors. Anyway, that's the way it is. We're going to move forward. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We got to move forward. You know, you make a mistake on YouTube, as we all do. Just apologize and move on. If Barry's getting it done, the market store is a genius or foolishness. Yeah, we got a market store. Yeah. Ingenious. We need cash for it. We need, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a decision what I'm going to do, left or right. Whether I'm going to do that or I'm just going to go full-fledged into a 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make decisions, left or right. So I got to start making them quick, so I could try and do both, but it's hard. Yeah, there's a market store in Boston, but I don't find it. It starts from 8:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. And it closes at 2. For some reason, I don't know why it closes at 2. Maybe because they think about the summertime. I mean, the winter time. In the summertime, it's just crazy. People just waking up on a Saturday and then you're just closing the bloody market store. Yeah, it runs from that time, 8:30 till 2. It's not a brilliant market store. I don't think it's brilliant. I don't think the quality of people are brilliant, but you know, I only can but try, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to go Camden Market and go in with the big boys. There's a lot of full traffic there, a lot of tourists. Could make a lot of money. Could make a lot of cash, bro. Yeah. That's true. You gotta get some sales. Yeah, I never thought I could make sales at the bloody car boot. The car boot makes sales. The only problem about the car boot, you just putting money, a little bit of money on top, but you make sales. Because people go places to buy, you see. Yeah, but it will slow down around September when the things go back. It will come to a halt. So I'm trying to move on to plan B, you know. Brainstorming right there. Can you ask your question? Go ahead. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. I got to get off here now, man. It's getting ridiculous now, and my numbers are dropping. So I gotta get off here. I've done way over time today. And then I'll raid my girlfriend's channel. Not my girlfriend. I'll raid a lady's channel. I'll ask you a question, then we raid Gile's channel. Gile. See if she's still alive. She's still alive. We raid her channel. Dime piece. Dime piece. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Check out Gile. She's live now. Gile is live, my friend. And mine, there is this Gile. Have you made good cash over the last year? You don't. Okay, have you made good cash over the last year? Have you made good cash over the last year? No. I haven't made good cash. But what I have done, I haven't made good cash. I won't sit there and make good. I'm not going to lie. What I have done, I've put some good business models together. So I bought my car, I done my place up. I bought my watch brand, and I've done a couple of watch brands. I've done the first one, the second one, I'm doing the third one. I've done things which I want to do, but I haven't made good money. It's not what I call good money. A little bit of YouTube money, a little bit of bloody, come on, man. I ain't made no good money. A couple of clickers here and there. It's not good money, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I call good money. So I haven't made good money, but I have done some good power moves. That's what I would say. I've done some good power moves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very happy with the blessings that I have got, and I'm very grateful for that. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't made good money yet, bro. Yet. Okay. You know. All right, guys, so that is where we are going to go into. So, guys, I had a good fun today. I'm going to go and watch Gile's live stream. That's the live stream right there. I'm going to go and watch Gile live stream. I don't know if I'll be in it today, but I'll come and, I'll pass by. I haven't, I had fun today at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. It was very good brainstorming today, guys. I'm very proud of everybody. Your name is Baz on your word list. Your name is Bazza. Is on your word block list. No, Baz is not on my block list. I had great fun today at the Club. I got no words on my block list. I had great fun today at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel, but I've been on here for nearly 3 hours now, over 3 hours. I did have a late start. We had a good late streaming today. I had a lot of fun. We had a great conversations, you know what I'm saying? We had a great 100% is he just said it. He just said it, Ginovka. That's funny. But like I said, I had great fun today at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. It was amazing. Ginovka. Let's go over to Gile's channel and show what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I realize what you did, Ginovka. I realize. Hey, let's go over to Gile's channel. Let's have some fun. Let's drop some. Let's see who could have. Let's have a dono war over there. And tell her, look, the CFI is turned up. When the CFI turn up, we're gonna turn up. Or it's gonna turn up over there. Whoever's in the chat, let's turn up at Gile's channel. This is her channel. Let's go and turn up. Let's turn up 30 man deep. You understand? Say we're gonna turn up at this channel and say what's going on. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna go over there. I don't know if it's anybody's cup of tea, but I'm going to go over there and have a little bit of fun. Big up to all the guys in the chat today. Great conversation today, guys. Great conversation. Great brainstorming. Great things together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Prominent for tourists. Yeah, that's true. We had great stories. We had a great conversation. These are the conversations I like to have. Brainstorming and putting our ideas together and coming up with some great and amazing ideas that we can come up with some great things. A good little laugh. have a little bit of a laugh, have a little bit of talk about Thailand, talk about this, talk about that. That's the essence of our channel. And get to the bottom of everything we're getting to and brainstorm some great things as well. A mixture of all kind of things. A little bit of a laugh, a little bit of a joke, a little bit of this and that. You understand? Big up yourself, guys. We will see you on the other side. I'll try and do a live stream soon. I'll try and see how it goes for the weekend for the live stream. Keep pumping through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Really, we'll see how it goes. Big up yourself. And I'll see you. Let's go and check out Gile's channel. And let's have a little conversation. Give her a little blessing. See? I'll see you on the other side. Taurus will buy any old yeah. They want to buy memorabilities as well. Barry the Boss is signing off. See you on Gile's channel.